Gods connect, intellect, intersect. Brothers on the rise, no lies, just respect. Health, wealth, religion, truth, gotta inspect. Mindful exchange on deck, we perfect.
You are now tuned into the Mindful Exchange podcast.
Yeah.
You are now tuned into the Mindful Exchange podcast. And we're going to start this shit off right.
Word up. There's not a black hole.
I've been in the studio putting in work. A lot of work.
He goes to work.
Yeah.
Like a doctor.
Jetta, will you play that motherfucking song that I did for my guy? Since I love him so much.
Which one? What guy?
Come on, man.
You love him
No,
so.
why the nigga looking at me, bro?
On the left?
Oh, here we go.
Let's hit it.
Oh, Confederate Coven, he's a sight to see. So shiny and his dog manly. He's the king of the bar with his southern charm. Can't dance a lick, oh, bless his farm.
Y'all ain't listen to the lyrics. Gosh, it's funny as fuck.
And it's country too. You gotta love it. Wow.
I had to get your ass, man.
That's funny as hell.
Yo.
Crazy work, bro. That's diabolical,
That's
bro.
gotta be a sound bite.
What did you say earlier? You said some black shit earlier.
Nah, fuck all y'all niggas, bro. Fuck y'all niggas.
Yo, we gotta get Confederate Coven t-shirts, yo.
That's crazy.
Confederate
Coming from the Trump supporters, ain't that a bitch?
Confederate Coven. He do got his American hat.
Lock him up. Lock him up.
That nigga said Confederate Coven.
That's funny as a bitch.
Wow. Ain't there some more in here?
Yeah,
Is
you
there
might as well
another
play
one?
P soundtrack. Too.
Oh, he got
Okay,
one too.
oh,
Coming out the
shit.
light skins heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Jetta, you a traitor, nigga.
I'm trading shit. Like, I'm just following rules.
Donald Trump's the enemy. Got charts, got graphs, got conspiracy flair. Claims he's got sources, but they vanish in air. Every combo, a political spree.
I'm about to make one for y'all niggas.
Life of our guy P.
I'm about to make one for y'all niggas.
That's one.
Oh, that shit is
Way
funny.
better than Confederate Coven.
Why was that shit country though? Our guy P. Why was that shit country? Damn.
That was your half-white cousin,
Oh,
Pete.
shit, I get in touch with my yeah,
That was your down south cousin.
damn.
That was your down south white family, brothers. From
Y'all ain't shit, bro.
Hold up. Ain't no y'all in this.
You part of it too, nigga. You part of it too.
French class.
Hold up. Play the white one.
The white one?
Yeah.
The white one.
I got one for you just because
That wasn't white enough?
there's a lot of black on black crime, light skin on black crime up in here when you're around.
Dang.
I had to find your relatives, your
Your lineage.
Your
nigga.
lineage.
Cat been busy, bro. Don't you got a job, nigga?
Get him.
Now, I've listened to your black ass talk all day about how much you can't stand black folks.
Ain't two of them in the history of the world that's worth a scrub for it.
Oh, how much you love white folks.
Best thing the good Lord ever did for the planet Earth.
That
Ruckus.
sounds like nephew.
That's when the bone dies. Nephew Ruckus.
Nephew Ruckus. Yo, that Confederate Coven shit was crazy.
Goddamn.
Here it is. My test results. Can you hear my heart beating? Oh, the white man science is amazing, ain't it? Oh, no,
Nephew Ruckus.
this can't be. It says I'm 102% African with a 2% margin of error. Why, Lord? Why, Lord? Why?
52%. That nigga nephew 52% African. He said, why, Lord, am I 52% African?
That nigga spit the water out. That was funny.
102.
Nah, but nephew, he half white, so he 52%.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shit.
That boy.
A whole lot of niggerdom.
Studio dying laughing.
You ain't never watched that?
I can't wait for this
You never watched
light-skinned
the
motherfucker
Boondocks?
to hear this
I did,
shit.
but I was trying to find some shit to pick on him because of the racial shit. Black
Yeah.
shit, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga funny as hell. Damn. Crazy squirt.
Confederate Coven.
Letting y'all know if you come at my head, it's smoke.
It's a special place in dark skin hell for you, bro.
That's it.
How everybody doing, man?
Yo, that shit was funny as bitch.
Yeah.
I just want to say real quick, if Jetta, put the camera on the couch. That's not a black hole in the middle. That's our boy Merce. Shout out to our boy Merce for stopping.
That nigga look like a sweater with teeth.
Talking to the man who got car crashes for knees.
That's the knee out couch. Y'all niggas got cheese with your knees out most of the time.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh shit, what?
Shit. So what's new in what's new?
This nigga can't even transition. This nigga can't even transition.
What's new and exciting? I go first. Yesterday, shout out to Unit 607 Unity Dance and Jen Jackson and them. Magical Moments. We coordinated and we had a community Easter egg hunt yesterday. We had over 250 people that came. We fed everybody. We had coloring sheets for the kids. We had cookie decorations for the kids. We had cupcakes and cookies. We did hot dogs and chips and waters and juices. We put out over 3,500 eggs for the kids to go get.
Damn.
Yeah, we had a good ass time, man. We raffled off 15 bikes. We had about 15 baskets. I had like 25 different prizes to give away to the kids just for, being good kids.
Sounds like it was a good event.
Yeah, it was real good. Man. It was real good. You know what I mean?
Glad you cut him off, because that nigga would have talked for 48 minutes, bro.
Well, I'm not done. I had some questions.
Yeah, go ahead. What's
How
up?
many kids do you think were there out of the 250?
Probably. There's probably maybe 100 parents, so I would go like 150 kids, something like that. Man. Yeah, it was dope, man. It was a real good time. Some of the parents were applauding me because they weren't all from our neighborhood.
They weren't, you said, or
they were applauding me because they weren't all from our neighborhood, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so one of the kids, he wasn't a
just say it, bro.
Oh, he was a little white kid.
Okay.
And so he was acting up.
Yeah.
And so, you know me, I'm a dad, and you know.
Put your hand on his shoulder.
Nah, I didn't touch him. But
that's your move.
He kept on playing with this balloon, and the mom told him no, and kept on telling him to stop. So so I grabbed the balloon and I popped it, and I said, "Look."
Oh shit! Damn, they started grabbing.
Nah, but so the mom had talked to him literally like I'm standing there. I'm trying to do the announcements for the raffle off the bikes and everything, and the mom kept talking to him, He said, "Just shut up, mom." I wasn't feeling it at all. So I grabbed the balloon and I popped it, and I said, "Look, bro, life is unfair." I said, "But that lady back there, she does everything and anything for you. So for you to sit here and disrespect her like that is wildly disrespectful. And you're not just disrespecting her, but you're disrespecting me because you're distracted and doing all this stuff while I'm trying to do what I need to do." I said, "So yeah, I popped your balloon, but life isn't fair. So you're gonna have to learn that today. So I'm gonna ask you politely." So I said, "I'm gonna ask you politely to sit crisscross applesauce and chill out, or we're gonna have to ask you to leave."
Real talk.
And he looked at me. He looked back at his mama, and his mama was like, "Thank you." And I said to her, "I'm so sorry." She said, "No, sir. You were doing what dads do, and I respect it."
Where was his dad at?
That's what I thought. First thing I thought.
Present?
It was just a bunch of women.
Well, salute you for doing what you got to do.
And like I said,
when you're supposed to do it with no hesitation.
And like I wasn't even, like I said, I didn't even think about it because I didn't care that he was a white kid. I just seen
Do the white voice again?
Huh?
Do the white voice again.
I didn't really care that it was a white guy. But I didn't care that, you know what I'm saying? I just looked at it as a kid. And so I just automatically attacked it like I would if you was at my
cheeseburger.
Crib. That's you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't even eat cheese, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Nah, but like I said, it was a really good event, and I preached a lot of community. And so a lot of the parents were like, we liked the message about, all of us together have to watch out for the kids and be accountable, and then our kids to be accountable. And we did it was a really good time.
There was no fathers there.
No, I'm not gonna say that there was no fathers there. There was plenty of men there.
Okay.
In that situation specifically
I
that I was talking about, he came with a bunch of ladies.
Got you.
It was like 4 or 5 ladies with like 8 or 9 kids.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And they were just all together.
It's refreshing to see a white kid without a dad for once, though.
Well, I mean, I don't. Yeah, the daddy probably was at work.
Just hate
you know what I'm saying?
everybody.
The white dad was probably at work. The black dad was probably at the track.
That nigga said it was refreshing.
Nah, but I mean, it was like I said.
Yeah.
Nah,
That nigga popped that nigga's balloon. That's some real shit. I can just see that shit right now, nigga.
That nigga's face, like,
yeah, nah,
He's just mad. He about to cry and
Mom.
shit.
Little kids
And you
smacking
just
the
told-
balloon around, hit Jerry in the face. Nigga was like, yeah, hold on. The nigga try to announce shit, the raffle tickets.
Word
See
up,
nigga
you know
hitting the
what I'm saying?
balloon in his
I mean,
face and
funny
shit.
as fuck.
but he's
I
not
don't
like
care,
it wasn't
nigga.
like it wasn't like a super little kid. He was probably like 9, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
he
yeah.
was
He old
was
have to get
definitely
his
old-
balloon pop.
He was old enough. I wouldn't have did
He's
it to a
gonna
little
remember that
kid,
shit for the rest
but
of
he
his
was, He
life.
was old enough. Number one,
And that's code for an
you,
asshole.
bro, you just created
Right.
a Klansman, bro.
Yo, listen, he was old enough to know.
Let's go, Trump.
He gonna try to join the Confederacy of Coven.
He about to recruit him. He about to recruit him. He about to recruit him. Wait now.
Let's
What he look like?
I tell you what,
But you know,
motherfucker.
like I said, and then afterwards though, he came up and dapped me up before I left. He said, "Thank you, Mr. Germ, for everything. I had such a good time." And then we just left it like
So
that.
he still got to leave with Easter
Stuff. Yeah, everybody. Like I said, I had brought extra baskets because a lot of people didn't bring baskets for the hunt, so I had extra baskets for folks. You know, like I said, in accordance with the 607 Unity and Jen Jackson. You know what I'm saying? We definitely did a lot of good deeds yesterday.
It's a
It was
beautiful
really
thing,
fun, man.
So
You came.
hold your head and
Yeah,
you
you
should-
came when we were setting up on
That shit
Friday.
looked dope, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We definitely
I
did a
kind
good
of be
thing.
questioning your sexuality, how good you are at setting up. shit.
Yo.
So attention to detail, and you got
Damn.
it's, you know, like you do your
So
thing, bro.
so
Cap
Yeah,
on
that
fire
video,
today.
the video you
you
sent
do
in
your
the
thing, sis.
Wow.
So you know, like I said, when in the business that I'm in,
Yo, what the fuck's in that
I'm
juice bottle, nigga? They got you
In the
funny.
business that I'm in, I pay
I be
attention.
coming for my head.
Yeah,
every
I'm
week,
not
bro.
mad at him. I'm not mad at
Nigga
him at
said
all.
sis.
And I'm telling
But you know, like,
nigga. But hold on, real quick. I showed a few people at my job that video that you had, and that was like they were like, damn, that looks really good. I'm taking my kids. So
What
there might have
video?
been a couple people that
I
he
dropped the video in the
yeah,
group
he sent the
chat.
video
Nigga,
in the
you
group
ain't got
chat
no job.
of just how everything looked and shit. And that shit was
Facebook?
fire.
Yeah. So I mean, and you know, like I said, you know, because we throw a lot of events, and I work with all women.
Yeah.
So you know, when we're doing these things, you know, obviously we're very we're observant of
Yeah.
what we're supposed
Nah,
to
you do your thing, man.
So it's like, yeah, my wife and you know, I listen to the details of
Yeah.
all the different things, and so you know, when you want to be a boss, I say this all the time.
Gotta do
When
it.
you a boss, you got to
Get
learn
help.
how you got to learn to do everything
Hell
that
yeah.
needs to be done. So if my wife and Jennifer couldn't come,
Gotta
nigga,
get
I
it
had
done.
to learn how to make sure I know how to do all that shit. Some of it be right,
Yeah.
and then some of it they be like, Germ, you tried, but we gotta fix this.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I
shoulda
mean?
came
Gotta
on
fix
time,
that.
motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't be mad though, because you know, like I said, I just try to do. You know what I
remember
mean?
that day when you put the signs up back there and you used the erasers and shit?
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this nigga's smart as a motherfucker. Like I would have never thought of no
Don't
shit.
gas that nigga's head up, bro.
Thumbtacks with the eraser. I took the eraser and I broke it into 4 different pieces and put the thumbtack
I
on
would have
there.
just kept putting it in the cloth, like in the fabric, hoping it would stay and shit.
You know, MacGyver.
some tape.
Come on now, you know,
Yeah.
we from DeWittsburg. You know, when we was little, we had to figure it
Jones
out.
Court in the building, first unit.
You know what I'm
What's up?
saying? 757 John Court, holla at us.
Yo, since we're talking about the kids, right? I think it would be a good time to segue into this other video that I wanted to get you guys' take on, because it's kind of controversial. We all have different parenting styles. Sir, you're a teenager, being parented. So how would you feel about this situation as well from the kid's perspective? I kind of want to wait for Quest to get down here, but I don't
Well, let me go. I got.
You know that nigga would talk
If you-
until
Bro,
he
You
comes
need
down.
to you need to learn how to let somebody else talk, nigga. That's what you need to learn. God
Go ahead,
damn,
Germ.
bro.
Fuck that nigga, man. Go ahead, Germ.
You know, he said he wanted to wait to play the video for Quest, and I said that I had a kid one if we were going to stay on the kid topic.
Send
But
it to him so
Oh,
he can
yeah,
play it on
yeah,
his
yeah.
phone.
If you're not going,
Were you gonna read
Yeah.
it? or-
yeah, I was just gonna read it.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah.
it was just a thing. So it says, a 37-year-old Brooklyn mother, Tashay Nurse, is facing felony assault charges after allegedly beating her 9-year-old son with an extension cord upon discovering his involvement in a planned robbery. According to her attorney, Nurse confronted her son after learning he had mugged another child and had been plotting to rob a local store with friends using ski masks, which she later found among his belongings. The incidents came after came to light after the boy ran away and was found at a Flatbush McDonald's. The boy told police his mother struck him with an extension cord, punched him in the chest, pinned him on the floor, and grabbed his neck. Officers reported visible injuries on his arm and neck. He was taken to the hospital for observation. Nurse's attorney claimed she acted out of fear for her son's safety, arguing if he were to go rob the store, he could be killed by police. What's y'all take on the situation?
Nephew, gotta let it out. What's on your brain? I see your.
I'm shocked. That's all she did. I'd have beat the dog shit out that nigga.
Hell yeah. I think she did the right
wore
fucking
his
thing.
ass out, bro.
I don't think. Y'all probably already know how I'm giving it up. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
one, I'm trying to save my child's life, right?
Yeah.
The one thing that wasn't in there that would be an assumption of mine is, again, where is the father?
dad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
Probably
don't blame
not
the
there.
mom.
Flatbush, New York. This nigga's probably out getting pussy somewhere.
You know, like I don't
His
understand.
dad named Andre.
It's fucked up.
Malcolm.
That's fucked up. But I think personally, I think she did the right thing. You know, understand that for a mother trying to raise a man, it's already difficult.
Yeah.
I am a father that believes it takes fathers and men to raise men, and I understand and appreciate the women that do their thing to try to be all they can be for their kids. And I know that it's difficult for a woman to try to portray masculinity or whatever it is for the man, but for her to be like, yo, listen, now I'm gonna punch you in your chest and I'm gonna treat you like they're gonna treat you in the world. I thought, to me, that part was.
Can you read again what it was that he did? Because it sounded like a bunch of shit.
How old was the nigga anyway?
9.
9. He robbed one of his
9 and 10.
friends.
Damn.
It sounds like there was like.
So it says, boom, boom, boom.
How the fuck he
She's
gonna
facing-
rob the store though? They got guns
Yo,
too.
this is why I want to hear him read what he did again, because it sounded like it was a series of things
Yeah,
that
they was going in.
They
was
had a
about to
whole
try to
group.
really
There was
get
a
it,
group of
So
niggas.
she said
how did it get
her
that far?
9-year-old son with an extension cord, upon discovering his involvement in a planned robbery. According to the attorney, she confronted her son after learning he had mugged another child and then had been plotting to do a robbery at a local store with friends using ski masks, which he found among his belongings. And all this came to light. Obviously, after she beat the kid, he ran away to the McDonald's.
Kind of
and then
fat
he
kid
told
run to a
police.
McDonald's.
Every fat
Nobody
kid.
said it was fat. We're not talking about you. We're talking about
Just
regular.
saying, the nigga ran to McDonald's. He didn't run to a Whole Foods, nigga.
Yeah, what was the little nigga name on Boondocks? I like to do hood rat things. And smoke cigarettes.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Smoke
fuck the
cigarettes.
Boondocks. Nah, that was a real. That he
I know
really
he's
did
a
that.
real- I know he's a
He
real
took a
nigga.
car and drove that shit and everything.
And
nigga.
Boondocks redid it.
Oh,
based
word?
off- I thought I sent that to you guys weeks ago because I looked at where he was at now. So since that shit happened, not to go off on a tangent.
I'm just
though.
saying it goes back to what
Mel-
Merce
what's
said.
his name? Melvin, right?
Y'all don't be
Yeah.
checking shit.
Melvin.
Y'all don't be looking at shit niggas
So-
sending.
Word, you be sending the same shit. Niggas be like, yo, I sent that shit.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out how you niggas have that much time to send all this shit and look at it. Because if I send some shit or read some shit, I'm actually
Because
researching
you are
the shit.
you are a really busy man. We
Yeah,
are not
but-
that busy. We got a little bit of break. You have no break, nigga.
But
if
This
you
nigga
send
just
something
be
that-
working.
if you
He
send
works
some-
till he sleeps.
Yeah.
That nigga work literally. He
Yeah.
leave this bitch, go home and do the episode and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Wake up and come to work, nigga.
Yeah.
I feel
nigga,
that.
That's why you don't have as much time as us. We don't have all of that.
Well, I'm about to start.
You are a busy
I'm gonna
nigga.
start delegating.
Nah, nigga, fuck that. Keep doing what you doing, nigga. Shit.
Yo, so
That
with,
nigga is the
with
man.
the kid, you stupid. Son. Yo, so with the kid, it sounds like I'm not blaming the mom because, like you said, it's hard for a mother to raise a young man, right? But I don't think this is the first, and this is an assumption, the first time he's gotten in trouble that she probably should have gotten help for. If he mugged somebody and he's sitting there plotting a robbery, it sounds like she needs a lot more help than what she's able to give him. And we're in that day and age where a CPS case is one butt whooping away, right? Yeah. So what I wouldn't have done is taken the extension cord to him just because I know how they're giving it up now.
Yeah.
You better than me.
But she probably wasn't raised like that. She probably got the
I mean,
extension
cause
cord.
you know, we got
I
the
used to get
extension
that.
cord.
I got
Right.
used to get the
Me
extension
too,
cord
nigga.
for.
I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. So don't I'm not gonna speak for you, but
This nigga
I'm
devil
assuming-
advocate.
I'm gonna assume that
Name
the
all
only
the things
reason
you know I got.
No,
my
I'm
ass
just
whooped
saying.
with.
I'm gonna assume that you're saying that because of the simple fact of you, as the person that you are gonna calculate the whole situation before you act.
Yes.
So I would assume, and I'm not judging, but women are more emotional than men.
Yeah.
So her reaction
Was out of anger.
was strictly first emotional and angry, and so she just was handling it like, no, not my son.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
She didn't know what to do.
What to do. So she felt like whooping him would be, you know what I'm
But
saying?
it goes back to the slave shit too, nigga.
Yeah.
Like they took the strongest fucking slave and whooped that nigga's ass, made him scary. So these women are telling you, boy, don't do this, boy, don't do this. So she's whooping his fucking ass. This is not what you're supposed to do. I'm trying to protect you, and it just looks bad as fuck. But nigga, we all got that shit, except for this nigga right here.
Yeah.
We all got that shit.
It's because like there is not a like if you have a like. And that's the thing with our community. We don't have the strong black man. We don't have the strong father. I ain't gonna say black. We don't have a strong father
Like you said,
period.
yeah.
If we don't have a father there to show us and lead us and guide us of how to be men, he gonna be running the streets. He running the streets trying to rob stores down the road. He's, you know what I mean? If he had a role model, a man, because all young boys and young men need a man to follow their footsteps. They don't have that, then you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think I'm not going to disagree.
They
with
don't
you.
have. We don't have
I'm
that
not going to
in
disagree
our
with
culture.
You. The only thing that I can
Period.
say is I was raised in my dad's household. 4th grade through college, I lived with my dad.
Word.
You know, yeah, I lived with my dad and my stepmom. My dad was the mainstay, obviously, because I was his son.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from my stepmom.
Yeah.
She's the greatest lady I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell your mama you said that.
I tell my mama the same thing. My mama is my mama, but strictly 1A, 1B. My mama's 1A, Mary Kay's 1B. Because when I was sick, when I was hurting, my mama was down here with my sisters, but Mary Kay was taking off work, going to the hospital and doing that. So I give that woman all the credit that she deserves.
Have
You know
to
what I'm
give it
saying?
up.
Word up. But I was raised with my dad, and my dad is a company man. You know what I mean? He wore a suit and tie. He's a basketball coach. He's a really respectable man, and I still made terrible choices.
Yeah.
But my character, what you guys know of me as my character as a man, obviously is slated directly from my dad.
Yeah.
You know, but only thing I was saying about pushing back on what you saying is that I still made those choices
course.
that I had to live with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my character and the
Of
things
course.
that my dad built
what do
in
you
me.
think-
That's because the most influential person in a child's life is going to be their peers all the time. It's going to be their schoolmates. They're going to get the peer pressure and the shit like that. Your job is to make sure you put enough in them that they go every now and then, maybe I shouldn't do that shit.
Yeah, because that's how my brother Roy was. Like, even though my dad didn't live with us, he was still in my life enough for me to be afraid of him.
Same here.
He never whooped me, never put his hands on me, but I
Same
still
here.
had that fear, right? So whenever it came time for us to do shit, Roy was always the one saying, "Nah, you're not doing that. You shouldn't do that." There was times when he followed me without me even knowing he was following me because he knew I left the house with a pistol on me.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I'm telling the police.
Shit,
Well,
crazy.
Confederate COVID.
I didn't do it. This is over with.
I'm still telling.
But
Shit.
that was some real shit based on his respect and, you know, I'd say fear of the repercussions. He made better decisions than I did, whereas I was like, shit, if my dad was in the house with me, hell no, I wouldn't have did none of that shit. I would have been afraid. I wouldn't even have been able to run away because he would have caught me. That's just always the thought I had in my head. Like, anything that nigga wants to do, he's gonna be able to do. And he was always a martial artist. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just
I think that's where my son's is at with it. 'Cause I done had to body slam his ass a couple times. Not even a couple times. I'll say once. And that's it.
It was a wrap.
One time, that's
You know
all
what
it
I'm
takes,
saying?
nigga.
I had to do that with my son. That shit
Instill
broke my
that.
heart,
Yeah.
bro.
My
That shit
fucking
broke
this
my heart.
this little
I
nigga
already
though.
know, nigga.
His one of his.
Why you got to put the camera on Saran? You
Because
should
I
have
don't
put it
have.
on
I'm
you.
talking about him, nigga, and I don't have a camera.
Oh, he knows I slipped with the camera.
Yup, nigga. Nah, chill.
This shit on right here?
But there was a time where his step brother white boy was trying to get into the blood gang and doing all this shit and trying to teach him all this blood shit, nigga. I'm on his ass. Like, yo, first of all, nigga, no. That shit's not fucking happening. You have a family, you have your father's here, your mother's here, anything you need, nigga, you got it. That blood shit is for people that don't have nobody and they need a fucking family. And that family is gonna be the blood shit and they're gonna get in that. I'm not fucking with you, not doing none of that. On his ass, nigga. Every fucking time. So I'm glad I'm still here. Like we've been through some shit where niggas been trying to really get me out. I've been fighting a long fucking time to get custody of these little niggas.
I commend you too,
that
bro.
shit right there,
Yeah.
nigga. I'm so glad I did that to him.
Good shit, bro.
Man, so glad I did that to him. So he's not in these fucking streets, bro. If it was just his mom, he might be in these fucking streets trying to be a blood right now.
And to be honest, we were when I was young, I was in a lot of shit. I didn't even have to be like in a gang to be involved in mad shit. Like I caught my first charge when I was in 8th grade. Not 7th grade at Ernie Davis. And it was serious. It was an assault with a deadly weapon. I was in 7th grade. And then I think senior year was another major one.
I bet you didn't get caught at night.
I'm gonna do a video now.
We have a video montage.
But my point is, like, there was so much shit to get into without having that constant influence.
That guidance.
Every day. It's like you can't even take days off with it. I realize that with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take days off with it because the minute you do, that peer pressure is there. And even being there for my kids, I've had to deal with that shit to the extreme. But I was just there to combat that shit. It was the worst period of my adult life.
Word, I remember.
I promise you. I was stressed the fuck out, fucking crying, felt hopeless, asking motherfuckers for help. Sure. And I'm a strong black man. But if you love your kids, you can't just beat them to death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That ain't doing
Yo,
nothing.
Cal, I'm gonna ask you this question. A lot of us, how many of us have grown up without Father's Day, and how much like how many mistakes, and how many we all need a mother's love. Yeah. We all need a mother's love, but a mother cannot raise. Like a child cannot be raised without a father. It don't even matter if it's a girl. Girls need a father's love too.
And let's be clear, because some people might see this and say, "Oh no,
It's
I'm
not
a single mom." Nah, we're not saying a mother can't raise a successful child, but to properly raise that child,
you need a man. You need masculinity. Yeah. You need masculinity. Women right now, they trying to be masculine, but they can never recreate what a man naturally is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they need that.
That's a part of what's wrong with some of these kids now because they're so emotional. Their emotional intelligence doesn't exist.
Yep.
They're
Feminine energy, bro.
Yep.
But that's just like that. It goes back to me saying about that kid at the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
How he was, shut up, mom. Shut up, mom.
Shut up, mom.
Boop. Wait a minute. You should have done that. That motherfucker looked at me. And I gave him back the pop balloon. I was like,
that nigga holding that shit.
Yo, that's real.
Nigga holding that. Nigga holding that lip ass.
That's
that lip lad. That lip lad boom.
How many people in here have done something similar? Because I know I have at Walmart. Anybody done anything similar to something like that with somebody else's children?
Let me think, because I've dealt with I used to work with kids for about 20 years, so there's definitely times where I had to do some checking kids.
Glove House, we definitely did it at Glove House.
I was at Walmart.
I think at the NABE it was
Skip specialist
super different because they can come and go.
Yeah.
It sucked because they sign in, they have fun, disrespect, and leave whenever the fuck they want. Mm-hmm. That was the hardest period too, because it's like there's no control at all. You know what I mean?
That should have driven me nuts. I had a kid, his mom was trying to get him to come to the line. He kept wanting this toy. He's like, I'm not getting it. Come over here. He just kept, I want the toy. So I walked up to him and I was like, yo, bro, that little white boy said, Mommy!
That fat man's about to eat me, Mom. He's trying to put me in his belly, Mom.
You a scared adult, nigga. That's fucking crazy. Talking about making a cleanse.
That nigga over here sounding like DMX.
Shit.
Yo, y'all crazy.
Oh.
Man.
You was you wanted to get to that video cap?
Yeah. I can see it though.
Word up, that nigga.
I think he loaded that one in.
Oh, you talking about the fight?
Is that what you was?
Oh shit, we were supposed to watch that first until you got me off on a Confederate.
No, it's because he left. You said you wanted to wait for him to come back.
Oh yeah. That's a
Try
different.
to blame me.
like a big ass butt.
Yeah. I think you should play that other one first though. The one I was gonna play first that I loaded in there.
Yeah.
That's the one that you gave me earlier. I think we're gonna hop to that one.
Baby, I'm a dog. He's a mutt.
Never let me see you go like that again, G.
You turned your camera off?
Nah.
Why it's not on?
I know that kid was terrified that whole ride back home.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you.
He didn't even want to go back to Walmart after that.
Got a counseling for fat people.
They had PTSD, nigga. He gonna go to Walmart. No!
He gonna look down the hall. He gonna look down the aisle. He gonna just see you standing there.
Nigga be hallucinating. Seeing nephew.
He's like, oh no.
He having bad dreams.
Yo, when I first lost my leg,
Imagine the talk at school.
I took my daughter to Great Wolf Lodge for her birthday, and so I had just got my leg, so I was still in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? And I told the story on the pod before. We as parents, if your kid is staring at somebody with an amputation, it's our job as parents to be like, hey son, hey daughter, let's go see what happened so that you can know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Or just mind your fucking business.
Word up. But the parents started pointing and the kids was pointing. So now not only was I embarrassed, I was upset.
And uncomfortable.
And uncomfortable because I was still trying to get comfortable with my amputation and being outside and people staring because I'm in the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So when the kid walked by me, I said, I seen you looking at my leg. You want to know what happened? He said, yeah. So I'm ear hustling, and him and the parents were talking about their trip to Orlando to the beach that they were going to the next weekend.
You did.
So I said,
No,
so
you
I
Ain't no
said,
beaches in Orlando, nigga.
so I said, that's what
Florida.
Look,
in Florida. So
I
I said,
know you. I'm like, that's
so I said, yo, you want to know what happened to my leg? He said, yeah, da da da. I said, I was in Orlando and I went swimming in the ocean and a shark bit my leg off.
I knew it.
And the kid was like, really? I said, yeah.
Yo, I think your shit be borderline like.
Child abuse, nigga.
I said, be careful if you go in the water. There's mad sharks in there.
Fucked up his
and right, and he went.
I know where you're going with it, but
And he went running off.
babysitting my kids.
He went
nigga.
running off. It was so perfect. Because soon as he went running off, here come Davita with the food. So she pushed me, and we went right back to the thing. I ain't never seen them kids ever again. But that's what he get. That's what the parents get for staring and looking at me like that. Come ask me. I would explain to you. It's a robot leg. Here, homie. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
That kid's
What I
older
told-
right now. He's gonna see this. He said, "Son of a bitch."
I had a terrible vacation because of you, you fat bastard. Son of a bitch.
Yo, I actually found that video. So before we play, the theme is the same though. Not even on purpose. Like the kids and involvement from parents and guardians and things of that nature. I think it's dope how we just segued into it. You know what I mean? All organic and natural. I'm gonna play this. It's 1 minute and 34 seconds, and I really want you guys to pay attention to it. And sir, like I said earlier, since you're a teenager, respond on how you would feel if you were in the teens position. Jed, are you ready?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if P's on. Because, you know, he like to say stuff, too. We're going to see what
This is why we stopped the last video.
It is?
We
Was
was
it
waiting
P?
for somebody.
Yeah,
Okay, it was quiet.
Old nigga bladders.
I'm going to give everybody their own bottle
There you go. Come on, old nigga bladder.
to take a political pissing political
Pissing political pee.
Word
Yeah.
up, nigga. Piss on Trump ass too, nigga.
First of all, Peter, being urination on Trump.
Word up. This nigga about to erase all African American history, nigga. I'm gonna piss on you, nigga.
You have white
Drip,
too,
drip,
P.
drip.
We ready for this video?
Reincarnation
You
of
don't
R.
care
Kelly,
about
bro.
your
Let's
Polish.
not
You
do
don't care
that.
about your polar side, huh?
Because he ain't erasing that
That nigga said
side.
Polish style.
That nigga ain't erasing the polar side.
inside.
He ain't erasing that
The
side.
mountains of Caucasus,
You
nigga.
said Slovakia.
Nah, it's English. You block, you
from
fuck.
Sylvania.
It's English. You block, you fucking cocksucker. Fuck y'all. Fuck
That
you.
motherfucker from Split, Croatia.
Yeah. You fucking bloody fucking wanker.
Fucking bloody wanker.
You bloody fucking cocksucker. You fucking bitch. Yeah. Fuck y'all niggas.
From the
So
end,
you
yeah.
got Down syndrome, Pete.
From the end, yeah.
Bloody fucking bitches.
Y'all crazy, man. Shit.
Are you ready for the video?
Yeah, I'm trying
Niggas
to
ready?
get it together. Hold up.
Nigga Pete from Greenland.
He was mad gangster.
Where's the food? Where's the food, man?
Bloody winkers.
They call every drug out there food. That should be crazy.
Where?
Out in like London and all
Word.
that shit. Where's the food, man?
I want to go out there. I guess they get it popping out there too, though.
Niggas
London,
call weed
London
food.
is cool.
They just don't have guns. You been there? Man, fuck your travels. Oh, let me
Them niggas, yo, them niggas like the stab. They like
Yeah, that's what happens when you got guns. You
Yo,
gotta
but the
focus
craziest part about London is they call cigarettes fags.
Yeah.
So I was like, you got a fag, but
No, that's French.
no,
Nah.
a fag is a cigarette
In French.
No, sir.
Okay.
Google it.
You talking the international
Yeah, I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying shit.
This nigga took 2 flights and now he's a motherfucking expert on world travels.
You just mad because you can't get up in a flight.
You need a SpaceX rocket.
Nigga, I'm there in the same boat as you.
Now maybe you can do some traveling, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Elon Musk got to charter your flights, nigga.
word up, motherfucker, mad at
He
me.
gotta drop that nigga off in the atmosphere. Let that nigga parachute down in the
You gonna see the plane, you gonna see nephew in the back. Like he,
Oh my god.
Damn.
he gonna be on the back of the plane with a rope and
Damn.
a hang glider. Hey,
Hey,
that's
that's
how.
out too. He holding on like ain't nothing, nigga. All them G forces ain't nothing, nigga.
Yo, real
Yo,
quick. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all seen that shit where 120 people died on that ride?
What?
It was 120 people died on the fucking...
The fair ride. That's why I don't get out no fair rides.
Where was
nigga.
it?
They fuck them shits
fair
up in
ride.
2
You
days.
seen it?
Where was
Hell
this
yeah.
at?
It's Australian.
Was it?
Nah, it's in. They do it in London too.
I don't know. I
I'm
don't
about
know
to
where
say it
that
ain't even the
shit's
summer
from.
yet.
Fair ride?
What kind
Yeah, it
of
was like a
ride
fair
was? What
ride,
kind of
bro.
ride was it?
Oh, I gotta find it, bro.
Nah, I could probably.
Like a tilt the
Oh,
world
yeah, yeah.
shit.
Oh, them
I got my
shits.
shit hooked
Yeah.
up.
It was
Yo,
like,
bro, it
you know,
shows-
if it was like this, all the way around, like a cross,
Like the ring
and
of
it
death,
spins,
nigga.
and it spins.
Literally.
Yeah,
Bro,
like that shit.
Oh, that's the
sped up
tilt-a-whirl.
So
That's why I
fast,
said
bro.
tilt the world, but it's like
So what?
the
Niggas
zipper.
flew out the nigga?
Oh yeah, the
Nah,
zipper.
They all died
zipper.
in the shit because it went so fast. The G-force killed everybody.
yeah.
Was that some recent shit or was it older? Because
Nah,
I don't see anything
Just
recent.
happened. I just seen it not too long ago. Like
I seen the. I don't know if you sent it to me on Instagram.
I seen something
Maybe
spinning
that's why I
mad
seen it.
fast. I thought that shit was fake.
Nah, that shit really.
I thought that shit was fake. That shit was going fast as fuck.
Yeah, I don't
nigga.
see anything that's
Nigga.
recent. I see some.
Yeah, a lot of
things that
shit
are
be. You never
old.
know.
Yeah, that's why I don't get. I'll
I don't
get on
fuck
a
with
ride.
none
at-
of them shits.
I'll get on a ride at like Darien Lake or Disney World or something like that. But them fair rides that go up in the air, nah, motherfucker.
Nigga, that's because you know we
got
put
us-
them together.
You got us four putting them shits together. You
My
gonna get on
dad
a
put them
ride-
together.
Like real shit.
Like not real shit.
Yo, son, I went.
I
Matter
don't
of
trust
fact,
that nigga to walk my dog.
I
I'm not
had
finna get
took
on a
my
ride.
daughter to one of them shits over in Big Flats on the way before you go
At the mall? Or you talking about the community part?
community, son. Yo,
Yeah,
my
the
daughter was
Italian
like,
shit.
nigga, my daughter was like 6 at the time, and I took her to get on this ride, and it was almost like the zipper, but it was like a mini type Ferris wheel, and just nigga that the bar malfunction and shit.
Oh, man,
son,
son. Bugging, man.
son.
You was in it?
Nigga, I held that shit for the whole ride, nigga. Nah, it wasn't that, nigga. I was focused. I'm like,
I'm surviving.
Me and my baby getting off this motherfucker.
Oh, your daughter was in there with you too. Hell yeah.
And that was the last time.
So
Scary shit, bro.
I got a good ass story too. Eldridge Park, nigga. Oh, hold on, because
I was just thinking about this one
Yeah,
too.
Plane, nigga?
Eldridge Park, nigga. You know the plane shits?
The planes, yeah.
Yes, the plane shits. Yeah. Me and my daughter are on that shit. And it's going and spinning, and it starts raining. And as it's raining, I'm slipping out my seat. It's got these punk ass chains. Punk ass. I'm looking at all the shit, nigga, and I'm like, yo, can you slow this down? Nigga, I started freaking the fuck out, scared my daughter and everything. And since then, I've never gotten on another fucking roller coaster,
Yeah,
nigga.
son,
I forgot where I was when that was happening. I think I was playing putt-putt, and then all I hear is my dad screaming.
That ass, nigga. Hell no.
Whose dad is that?
I look over, slow it down. I'm like,
Bro, you know what's crazy? That shit only goes like 8 miles an hour, bro.
Son, but still, and
Slow it down.
you're turning shit too. Like you're turning it,
Yeah, I've
and
been
it's
on
turning
that
with
shit
you,
before.
and the shit was
Yeah.
just freaking me the
Nigga
fuck
said,
out.
"Help,
I got
Lord."
my daughter with me, nigga. I don't
Jesus.
want nothing to happen to her, nigga.
Word,
Grabbing
son.
her, holding her
Yup.
tight, holding the chain,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah, son.
Yo, I swear to
Fuck all
God,
that.
I was at the fair, and I was with what's the Ferris wheel that spins. You're in a straight Ferris wheel, and but it rocks.
Oh.
It just
It's
it just
the Ring of
flips.
Fire.
Yeah, it's the double
No.
Ferris wheel.
The double.
no,
It's the
It's
Ferris
like a
wheel,
normal Ferris
but
wheel.
It's like a
The
couple
seats
people
just-
in one
You're
pod,
in
and
two
the pod
people
is
in a
flipping.
pod. Yeah, so it's a Ferris wheel with the pod with
And
two
it's like
people.
Those I
really,
can't
it's
get on.
really narrow. It's
Yeah,
really narrow.
It's,
and it
it's
goes
just
up and down.
it's just a Ferris wheel.
Just one.
It's
No,
a
there's
Ferris
two.
wheel
It's
when you're
like-
in a pod.
It's just like a straight line, 2 pods on it, and they go around, but the pods are like loose, so they just
Isn't
tilt.
that a double?
It's just the double Ferris wheel
Yeah.
that spins
It
around,
spins
up
you
and back and around when you
flip
go in.
as you're going up and down.
Oh,
you're
it flips you
flipping it.
upside
Yeah,
down.
Almost
Yeah.
like the zipper type shit.
It's like
Yeah,
a
it
zipper,
is.
but
I think that's what it's called.
not
the
a
zipper.
nah.
Zipper got
Nah.
a
the
cage.
zipper
though.
moves and shit, though, don't it?
Nah,
the
zipper
zipper
is straight
flips
up
you,
and down.
nigga.
Straight up
Flips
and
you
down like this.
backward, flips you.
Yeah, you just keep flipping that shit.
It wasn't a zipper though, because it was just a Ferris wheel type of shit.
Yeah,
that
nah,
spin,
I think that's what it's
spin.
called, is the zipper.
Yeah.
I was scared to get on that
Yeah,
bitch,
son, that
nigga.
shit. Yeah, nigga.
I was with your cuz,
Tasha,
Chris,
my big cuz.
big cuz.
He was
That
laughing at
nigga
you,
was
huh?
that nigga was crying like a little bitch.
Yo, that's how you talk about.
Yo,
cuz,
that nigga
son.
was like, "Let me out!" Yo,
shit.
I'm talking about like I was surprised.
Get the
Nigga, I was
fuck
like,
outta
"Yo,
here.
I'm laughing and shit." That
It's
nigga-
usually always right by the Ring of Fire at the fairgrounds.
It wasn't the zipper though, because it was maybe it was an
It's
older
slightly
ride.
different than the zipper.
It was like it's not wasn't the zipper. It was like it was like a pod, but it wasn't the skinny. It didn't go.
I'm sure somebody
Left and
watching
right,
is
it'll
gonna
go up
know
and down.
exactly
It
what
didn't go
is.
left and right. It
I'm
just
sure
went,
it was the
up,
zipper,
it just
that's
went
the-
up and down.
Pass this to
It
Pete.
didn't do that though.
Pass
It
this to
didn't.
Pete.
It didn't rotate like that.
Like this?
It just went.
That zipper's.
It could have been a zipper, man, but
Oh yeah,
That's
you
the
couldn't
double
catch
Ferris
me
wheel.
on that. You can't get no.
I hate Ferris wheels. They go too slow.
but
Yeah.
it was like the zipper, just like that. But we on it, and this nigga was just the whole way. Like we was good for like the first 5 seconds, and we started going, and that nigga just started crying like, "Let me out!
Shit.
Let me
I
out!"
remember I got on a double, not even realizing it was a double Ferris wheel. Like literally, I didn't pay any attention, and I just got on it.
Damn.
And then it went around the one time, and then it went around again. And as it was going, I was like, "No!" You know who was on it with me? Brandy, Rouse mom.
Yeah.
It was her and a couple other people, but
Shit.
it literally fucked me up because I was like, once it got to that other height,
I'm gone. Let me
About
out.
to pass out up there.
yeah, I was a bitch ass nigga up there.
Nah, that reminds me of when I went to Orlando.
The 400-foot Ferris wheel? They got the second biggest Ferris wheel, I think, in the world in Orlando.
No,
And they got the tallest
I got
swings,
a
too.
Velocicoaster.
I went on them swings.
I was
Swings in
so
Orlando? They're like 418 feet.
yeah.
that?
It's a newer one. It's like one of the faster ones. So I get on. I don't even get on yet. I'm talking crap, being all crazy until I get right to
Thinking
the
he the
seats, and I'm
man.
like, please don't put me up front. I'm the third seat from the front. So what it does is it shoots you off first at like 50.
It's like the Hawk.
And then it goes around, does some stuff, but then it goes through another one, and it shoots you at like 75 miles an hour, and it goes up a big hill.
like a tunnel type shit, or no?
It just shoots you off. You go up, go back down, but as soon as you get down, it flips over some water.
Like upside down.
You flip upside down. You go straight upside down over the water.
Yeah, they got one in like that in Busch Gardens. You go over a Nile crocodile pit. Called mine too.
The realest shit I ever went was in the New Jersey Six Flags. That was a Batman and Robin, and they don't crank up like you go up and then you drop, or even like a Superman. You go up and Superman is dope though, but you go up to the top and then you just drop down a steep hill. Nah, the Batman and Robin is like they'll count you down and they be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it just pow and it just goes. Like you just sitting stationary. And then you just go, and your feet was dangling. It was one of the joints where you
so
you're just like sitting.
You in a seat. You in a seat, and you caged in.
Yeah.
You're in a seat that straps over you like this, but your feet are dangling.
I remember that. Yeah, the Batman.
They had the Batman, but it was a Batman and Robin type shit. But you go boom one at a time, and then the other one goes. You take off. You don't crank up a hill, so you just go. You go. 3, 2, 1, bang, and you just go, and you're like, oh,
so they're
shit.
not dueling?
One goes first, and then when you go, the other one goes. They wait. You go, and then the Batman goes at a different time. So you go like maybe a minute and different. So it's like one side goes, and then the other side goes like a minute. And then when you went on the Batman and Robin, when you got to the end, you're on your side of the track. You stop, and the track ends mid-air. So it stopped, but it slowed down mid-air, and then it reversed.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
the
went all the way,
backward,
and then you went backwards the whole way back to the beginning.
So in Orlando, they got with Universal, they got the
You
Dueling
know what I'm
Dragons.
saying?
It's
The
a
Batman
fire-
and Robin.
it's a
They
fire
don't
and
got
ice.
it no more though. I heard, but
And like so, they go at the same time. And there's points. There's 7 points during the roller coaster where they look like they're gonna collide.
yeah, we ain't do.
And
They
then
didn't
them
go at the
bitches
same
split.
time. Yeah, they didn't go at the same time. Yeah, like one side went and like it waited for a certain amount of time, then the other side went. It wasn't a simultaneous thing. You know what I mean? But that shit was fire.
Yo, so now that we know we all bitch ass niggas in the room, we will never go on a trip like that. We'll go back to the casino or something.
I go to Disney World and get on the rides.
Do they let one-legged niggas get on?
Nah, they
Like,
don't.
So they don't, but
Like,
I'm
man, for
aware.
real.
But we can get to the front of the line if we put the nigga in a
Fat
wheelchair.
niggas like you
I'm
get
so-
on shit?
Nah, not me. I don't
So
fit
it
the
sound
harness.
like y'all two just gonna be chaperones.
Nah, I went.
I'm gonna be at the
So
bar.
when we went, I got
Carry
on
shit,
rides.
carry
The day that I had on
Carry the
sweatpants.
luggage and shit.
The day that I had
the
on
snacks.
sweatpants,
You know what
I
I'm
got to
saying?
get on rides. But the day that I had shorts on and you
Yeah.
can see my leg,
Yeah.
some of the rides I wasn't able to get on. Some of the rides I just had to take my leg off.
That's probably a liability, nigga. That shit come off and hit somebody.
Killing niggas, bro.
Who
Somebody
fucking
literally
need a
died
head?
like that. Somebody got kicked in the head, decapitated.
I sue the fuck out you, nigga.
The one nigga that didn't have no legs and arms and got on and fell out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got on the
That nigga
Superman.
right
He got on the Superman
It
and
wasn't a
just popped right
Superman.
out.
Yeah, because he ain't had no legs or like some
Yeah,
shit.
he didn't have no legs, and he
the
just slipped
fuck?
right
Hold
out.
Hold up, bro. Let's get this
I
straight.
thought it was legs
what are you
and
guys
arms,
talking
but
It
about?
was an
definitely
army.
no
I think he
legs.
was an army
He
vet.
was a veteran,
And then he-
that was a
he
big
got
thing
on the
like
thing.
5, 6
He
years
didn't have
ago.
any limbs?
5, 4,
I think he
5
didn't have legs.
He had no
He didn't have
legs.
He just
I was ODing with the arms and legs.
yeah, he ain't have no legs, and he
had-
just
this
popped
was a
out and
big
fell out.
thing on the internet like 3,
remember
4,
hearing
5
about
years
that.
ago. He ain't had no legs, and he was talking about getting on the Superman, and they let him on, and the nigga ended up falling off of this shit, like falling off of the Superman.
That shit ain't funny, son.
It's
but,
It's not.
It's
but,
not.
but,
That's the
But
worst
he
way to
was
go.
adamant about his shit. Like,
Kinda
yo,
though. Like, can you imagine seeing a nigga falling and he ain't got no legs, so that he can't even kick his legs?
Yo,
It's just
Shut the fuck up,
what
nigga.
he
That's
does?
not, it's not funny.
Nah,
It's
he's
pretty
go-
fucking funny, bro.
Y'all niggas ain't comedians.
Yo,
They're trying to do a comedy show at the ride, so y'all niggas need to come.
you going to hell. That nigga going to hell.
Yo, dying to chase a cheap thrill would be the worst way to go.
I ain't with it, man.
That'd be the worst.
Didn't
yo.
they were
'Cause that's
thinking
your
about
fault,
making
bro.
a roller coaster that just goes straight up. And remember how you were talking about the G forces that were killing everybody?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be for people with like heart conditions or something.
Yeah.
They'll go up and they'll go down.
Or bitch ass niggas.
But what it is it goes straight up like 200 feet.
Yeah.
It'll drop down and hit loops, and they get smaller every time.
Yeah.
And the body can only take so much G forces, so it is just to kill you, basically.
God
What the
damn.
fuck?
But it'd be for people that wanted to do it, like if they had a heart condition or
Commit
a tumor,
suicide.
like a tumor, you know, that
Like
they can't.
mercy.
shit.
Yeah.
Mercy killing.
Like
type
someone that's an adrenaline junkie and
shit.
just
Fuck that.
I don't know.
It's gonna be my last ride. Let me go ahead.
I couldn't do that either way. 200 feet in the air.
So I'm gonna be real. That's not my type of shit. When I was younger, I did all type of shit to get like an adrenaline rush, illegal shit, dangerous shit.
I'm thinking of certain rides. This nigga went left.
Listen now. This is real shit because when you're young, you don't factor in a lot of the things that you do as an older individual. Like you'll take risks when you're younger, not even realizing that the goal is to get older.
Right, fucking raw.
Yeah.
I used to go swimming in lakes in Florida.
Think about that now.
Yeah.
Would you? I would never.
Never, nigga.
It just wouldn't happen. It don't even.
I don't want to talk about that.
Nah, bro, that's some.
Where's that Jeopardy at?
Shit.
So COVID. Have you been tested lately?
Yeah, because of that reason.
Thrill seeking.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Nah, I used to go swimming in lakes in Florida, and when I go back, they be like, "You want to go swimming?" I'd be like, "Fuck no, nigga. You know how many gators in that motherfucker?" That's legit. You think you gonna live forever, bro?
Ain't no gator
fear,
alive that's
no
gonna be
fear
able
or
to.
none of that, huh?
None. Now I'm like, hell no.
Can a gator open his mouth that wide?
Your mom can.
Right.
Your aunt can fit a lot in her mouth. I'm gonna test it out tonight when I go home, buddy.
Chill, bro. This nigga wild.
I'm about
Hey,
to tell you
open
something,
wide.
too. I'm about to take a video one day and send it to her.
It's all right.
Hey, V, you see what this corny ass nigga be saying about you?
Damn.
Your auntie got.
That
good
nigga be
insight
sleeping
in
on the
mouth.
couch for 3 weeks after that shit.
Not at all. She can be mad at me if she wants to. I'm getting in the bed.
Oh shit!
I bet,
Leg first.
Word up. I got a leg up on her every night.
Leg first.
Word up. Shit, we be married. On some G shit though, next month we celebrate our 19th wedding anniversary.
Salute.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things when people's relationships that they don't understand. Like when I say, if I'm mad or she's mad, it don't matter. We getting in the bed.
That's a whole fact.
And she gonna rub up next to me. I'm gonna rub up next to her because that's what I need to go to sleep. You know
I ain't
what
gonna lie. When
19
so
years is a long time.
me and my wife,
Congratulations,
me and my wife haven't officially been married that long, right? But when you say that, it brings up the thoughts and ideas that me and her have been bonded. There was an off and on period because I was a young nigga when we met. You know what I'm saying? Like literally a young nigga. Like in high school, she was in 9th grade. I was in 10th grade. She lost hers to me. That's how long we've been together. You know what I'm saying? So some of the shit, like when I say, nah, I'm just going to sit home and chill out with Shorty, it's because literally she's been my best friend since we were in fucking high school.
That's so fire.
I mean, and plus, not being funny, I love y'all niggas. Literally, I love y'all niggas, and I don't have a problem telling each individual one I love y'all.
Yeah, I love you too, kid.
But at the
Why
end of
not?
the day,
Look at his face.
at the end of the day,
Fuck y'all
I
niggas.
much rather lay up next to my soft ass wife and watch a
Facts.
movie
Word,
and then hang out with y'all. And I love y'all.
Yeah,
Now
Word.
don't get it twisted.
Word.
There's gonna be
Talk
some
that
nights I'll
shit.
be like, hey babe,
Fuck y'all.
I'm going to hang out with the fellas.
Talk that
But
shit.
9 out of 10 nights, if I had to be like, I'm gonna go drink with Cap or I'm
Yeah.
gonna lay up next to the Cap.
I
Hey yo, Cap,
understand.
I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna be
Facts.
laid
And
up.
guess what? You know I understand. I love being laid up with my shorty. Even if we're just watching
Talking,
TV
chilling.
Same here.
we always challenge each other. We have good
What the
conversation.
fuck is you doing over there,
Not
bro?
bad, nigga.
She always makes sure
No more
I eat.
alcohol for you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we good, man. Yeah, we be beefing here and there, but it ain't real beef. We just be talking shit to each other. Just like she'll talk shit to every one of you niggas, because she's just a shit talker.
No,
Most white people are.
no, listen.
Oh shit!
You are too.
I hear you, bucko.
You talk shit.
talk.
You talk shit half the time.
Shout out to Liz. Liz talks so much shit to me. I half think that she don't like me really, but I know
Nigga,
that
don't
she
nobody
talk-
like you.
She
I know
always
that she
been like
talks
that,
mad
though.
shit to me because she likes me. The more shit she talks to you, in my opinion,
She
the
fucks
more
with
she
you.
likes you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The less shit. Cause I seen her with some niggas. She be like,
Shit.
She won't even say shit.
"Word up." She be like,
Yeah.
"We be talking," and somebody will say something.
Like Norm.
And
she
she'll
don't
look
fuck
at-
with Norm.
she'll look at
Norm
me like
Ashley?
this.
No.
Then she'll look at them. Then she'll look at me and she'll be like, all right, Germ. And then she just turn around and leave. She don't play none of those games.
Not at all, man.
Yo, so we gonna get to this motherfucking
Yeah,
video?
so I kind of don't even want to stay. You shut your ass up. I kind of want to get off of the because I had 2 videos that are really powerful related to like either parenting or kids, things of that nature.
Shit.
But I kind of want to get off that, man. So maybe I'll play one of them.
Yeah, we can do one.
Which one we doing? Your phone or the video?
To be honest, I'm stuck in between the 2 because this one is really. I'll play the one on my phone, man.
All right.
Because I was gonna send this to y'all, but I'd rather shock you guys with it to get your real opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Ready?
Clear your browser history, Curtis.
You know I'd be double checking. That's what be taking me so long.
I'm sorry, I don't know where you will go, but you can call your mom and ask her, can you come back
Well,
down?
no, she don't want me with her.
We seen this one.
Nah, I never played this.
You keep doing the same thing. I send you to school, you ditch your school. You steady calling these little boys.
Or maybe I seen it.
Nah, I never seen this.
I told
Yeah, I
you
seen
to
it
stay away from these little boys. We not finna
I seen
keep
this
doing
too.
this. I'm not going over this no more with you. You have to get your stuff and get out my house. Yes, you have to figure it out. You gotta figure it out. I'm tired. Call your mama right now. Call your mom.
She said, don't
touch me.
Your
Yeah.
problem right now. Your attitude. You're only 14 years old. Call your mama. Yeah. Call your mama right now. You gotta get out my house. I'm done.
I was there with.
You're too grown. You're only 14 years old. You steady doing the same thing. I found weed in your room.
That wasn't even mine.
Who weed was it?
You know my friend was over there with.
That's your problem. You hanging out with these little fast-ass little girls.
Don't internalize this. You know what I mean?
No, you steady
Bro.
lying. That's your problem. You need to stop lying and go to school. All I asked you to do was go to school. I buy you everything you want. And you steady crying for what? All you gotta do is do the right thing. But pack your stuff and get out of my house. You can leave now.
It's tough, man.
You know what fucked me up? My son had me looking like I was the and I'm not gonna get too deep because we're way past it now. It's years in the making, but he was telling his friends' parents shit about me as if I was like the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the shit he was conveying to them, it wasn't that I was a father trying to protect him and raise him properly. It was like, oh, my dad did this and my dad did that. Yeah, if I told you grounded and you ain't leaving and you try to walk out the motherfucking house, I'm snatching your ass up.
Facts.
If their parents ain't gonna do that and they gonna let you get away with shit, shame on them. But I'm not that one. You know what I mean? And now that he's older, he's actually giving me the credit for being there for him and always fighting for him. Because literally, I've been up top. I've been to prison twice. The fight that I had raising my kids when it came to that was way harder. I promise you. It was the hardest shit I've ever done in my life, bro.
On one hand, for me, I have
You mean on one leg?
I mean, you can say one hand, but your one hand is twice the
That's why I
size
got
of
that bitch
everybody else
covered.
in there. Yeah, you got to put that that lobster claw in your pocket. That motherfucker got on a 10 Incredible Hulk glove. Word up, that nigga had a pack of sausages on his stomach last week. That motherfucker was like, God damn, what is that shit?
Damn.
But you know, like I said, on one hand, I understand the dad, because as a father, you get to
strong hand. A strong leg. Nigga, that's a strong leg.
strong side.
Damn, bro.
I don't know what's bigger, his kneecap or his hand. Like, goddamn.
Nigga, my knees is not that big, bro.
But you know, on one hand, you know, as a parent, I understand the dad. In my opinion, in this specific video, I think you have to parent young boys and young girls different.
Yes, you do.
That's the hard part,
So for me, watching this video, I understood exactly where the dad was coming from. Exactly, because I have 2 girls, 30 and 14. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through the mill on both ends so
Yeah, you
far.
have.
You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of the mistakes that I made, in my opinion, with my situation, was attacking it from his angle. Because young men and young girls, you have to parent, you have to dad them different. Because in my opinion, young girls learn how to love through their dad. And the love that your dad gives you is the way that you're gonna.
I would say, do you think he's using that as a scare tactic, or you think he meant it?
I'm gonna say he meant it because I'm going through this exact same shit right now.
Bro,
I'm gonna say he meant it, nigga.
He looked like
he's
sounded
over,
like 2
he's
seconds
over
from
it. Like
sticking his
he
foot
don't
Fed
want to
up.
put his
Fed
hands
up.
on his
He's-
fucking daughter,
Yeah.
but he's got to give up. Like you're gonna do what you want any fucking way,
Yeah.
and especially every time that you're with your mom, nigga.
Because a
You're
boy,
gonna do it.
A
So
boy, he
fuck
could
it.
put
Go
his hands
ahead.
on. A boy, he could put his hands on. He can't do that to his daughter. Because he look like he's ready to
choke
whip
the
some
shit out of the
ass.
little girl.
Even at 14, you can't go to putting your hands on,
Yeah,
even if
like-
it's a boy. Like,
Yeah.
like you gotta be a little bit more diverse.
That's why
when you
there's
communicate. You know what I'm
always daddy's
saying?
girls and mama's boys.
Boys, yeah.
That's like
yeah, because
some.
my
you know
wife
what I mean?
even admit that she gave in. It was easy to manipulate her. I didn't stand for none of the bullshit. You had to really convince me that what you did doesn't deserve some recourse, right? With her, it was always just like, that's my baby, take it easy. Even going to the school, talking to the principal,
Yeah, they didn't
teachers,
want-
and the coaches, she would always beef with them. I would always sit down and listen and then try to get some resolve, but she couldn't listen enough because she was so emotional. And she'd admit that every day of the year. You know what I mean? But it's like, nah, I want the best for my child. Fuck how I feel. What the fuck is
That's
it?
why
You know what I
dads
mean?
is
Logic,
need, that's
logic.
why dads are needed. You know what I'm saying? That's why dads are needed. Word, that's a whole fucking fact. But yeah, with the girl, like, and the father, fathers can be emotional too.
Yeah.
Like, fathers can be like, that's my baby.
I mean, shit,
That's
nigga,
my
we
little
human.
baby
Been there.
girl.
Humans are emotional.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But that's the thing though, like that's why it's, you know what I mean, tricky sometimes. You know what I mean?
You got to work hard, man. You can't have no days off.
Yeah.
Like you can't have no moment off of being lax as a dad when you raising a girl, bro. Like I mean, this is just from personal, you know. I was taught a quick, easy lesson because I was scared to have a girl, bro. Like shook. But someone told me, I can't remember who it was, but it was when you're raising your daughter, you have to treat her, you know, like they were saying, like you're actually dating your daughter. You're actually cultivating what she sees as a man. So
That's
on
why
a
you like
day to day, you know what I'm saying? So that made no sense, nigga.
Trump said he would date his own daughter, nigga. That makes perfect sense.
Nigga, shut up. Man.
No,
Fuck
it
that
don't.
shit. No, it don't.
For
nigga.
what he's talking about, nigga.
Nah,
no, it don't.
nah. I'm just saying, for real. That's what helped me raise my baby girl from an infant all the way up to where she's 18 now with no skips. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put that effort and that energy and the detail and the patience and just never giving up on my baby. I'm never going to tell my baby go to the fucking streets.
Hell nah.
I don't care how, I don't care what you doing. I'm fucking up somewhere.
I'll kidnap your ass and lock you in the basement to detox you if you're
Word.
fucking up.
You
And
just sending
so-
her, you just telling her that she's food now.
Yeah.
So that's
But I'll do the same shit with my boys too, though. Like they know that
it's
there's
different
no-
with
hard.
boys, though.
Now, what I'm saying is with my boys and my girl, there's nothing I would do different with any of them. Yes, I give them tough love, but it's not like I would say to my boys, go ahead and do whatever, and then say to my daughter, like, you can't do that. Nah, I put my foot on all their necks properly. And that was part of the problem with my boys because, like, my oldest, he was always rebellious. So when he got that push and pull, he was ready to pull. Like, he was me when I was his age. Like, he was like, nigga, fuck that. I'm going to do what I want to do. You're going to have to chase me down Lincoln Street.
Word up. But that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. The part if you have to treat
Damn,
your
I'm thinking
daughter
about your
different.
whole situation now as in
Damn, that nigga P
introspect.
just said, fuck you, hoodie. I'm about to cut in.
I'm sorry. I got. Go ahead. But we gonna chop it up. Like I just had a brain, bang bang bang.
Yeah.
But we gonna talk.
Nah, I mean, you know, we all went through that time, and we all were. You know what I'm saying? Like I was there. I know exactly the pain
cried,
and
nigga.
the situations that in the countless hours
I
conversations.
couldn't even
and-
work properly. I'd be in here trying to work with motherfuckers. My brain be all like thinking about other shit, and I'm trying to like act like ain't nothing wrong. And
Every parent's got their breaking point, though.
But what Quest said is the most important thing of what everybody said, in my opinion, is even though we have a breaking point, even though we have this, Quest said that if my daughter was going down that road, I have to reevaluate to where I went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the part that I agree with, and that's the part where I said, yeah, as a dad, I would want to say that. And I've been there with my oldest. We've been to the apex where I couldn't take it anymore, and then we had to reevaluate and relearn how we're gonna do things.
That's what I
because
had to do.
obviously how I'm doing things and what I'm doing. Because when you watch the video, he said you're always calling these. Well, how is she? What is she calling on? Why are you not checking that, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, you're always going here or going there.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of supervision are you providing your 14-year-old girl? So that's a you thing, the supervision.
Yeah.
That's a you thing on the communication. That's a you thing on the access she has to all these different things.
You know what I realized dealing with?
You disagree?
You know what I realized dealing with my oldest is that it wasn't like it was too late to combat the things that were going on, but what I realized was way later, if that makes sense. Like, I was so blinded thinking that everything was good and peace and peachy that I didn't pick up on shit way sooner than what I should have. So by the time I picked up on it, it was so deep ingrained. It wasn't just having a conversation or changing a bedtime or grounding you or shit like that. It was like, oh, this is a part of
who you are now.
So now, since I fucked up,
damage control now.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And that's what I'm saying. I understand what nephew gonna say. He gonna say that 90% of your things.
He was
I'm gonna beat the shit out of the kids.
Nah, but you know he's gonna say that he's gonna say that you're influenced by your peers, and what he's gonna say is totally 1,000% valid.
Well, let him say what he's gonna say. What are you gonna say? Because you on your little purple phone, you just scroll.
Well, I just know his experience from what he went through, and there's not a lot he could have did different. No matter how much supervision he gave, she still got around the supervision. It's just there's only so much you can do. Like when something's in their head, they're gonna do what they want to do. No matter, they're gonna find a way.
No, I mean I understand it, and I'm not
a moral compass. You know what I'm saying? But kids like environment play. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
It's a big part.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying what I'm saying is right. I'm saying that I'm not saying that I could stop it. I'm saying that there's things that I could have did a little bit better that maybe would have helped make better decisions. There's nothing that we can do. They're gonna do what they want to do. But to go back to your point earlier, as you said that you have to prepare them with the information to possibly make. You know what I mean? And at that point in my life, it wasn't even. That's the same thing I told you.
Even then, like nephew, what you said earlier is the peer pressure from their peers, right? So you can do everything right and maybe be off 3%, which isn't much, right? Not even off, just not perfect. The pressure that these kids get from their peers is so powerful because they live in it, that if that child has any reason to say, fuck that, they're going to do it because of the pressure from the peers. I say that because I don't even want to put my personal business out there because it's so long and done and over with. But basically, the peer pressure outnumbers any teachings you can give if the child looks for that and they surround themselves with that. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna combat by one thing because I'm not saying I'm not devaluing what you're saying.
For sure.
I'm gonna give one pushback is what the child sees every day. If you have a man and a woman every day growing up, that's gonna be the most powerful thing.
It's not.
Of how look,
sometimes it isn't though. That's my point.
I'm saying how to in certain situations, right? How a girl treats a boy. Like how is a girl gonna learn how to treat her husband if she never sees that in her life?
So what I'm talking
she's gonna
about,
look into she's gonna look for external factors.
What I'm talking about isn't about relationship things because all my kids are like monogamous. They don't cheat. They're faithful. What I'm talking about is going through those year 0 to year 21, dealing with the phases of kids because at certain points they go through things that no matter what you do, rich, poor, black, white, there's gonna be things that they're presented with, like in school.
You about to skip class? You want to go?
Exactly.
Want to hit this weed? Want to drink this liquor?
You can't. There's nothing you can do. Like you said, you're not going to be able to be with them 24/7. It's about how you prepared them to deal with what they're going to be presented with, and that's the shit that I thought I was already fully prepared for. Because I was with my kids day one till now. They know how I am. They know how I give it up. They know I love them. I went all out for them. They know I'm tough. They know I'm fucking wise. They know I work my ass off. They know everything that you feel like showing them would be enough, and then giving them lessons. But no, when they're presented with certain things, you never know what that one thing might be that entices them to be a
go
teenager.
their own way.
And that's what I didn't. You can't even prepare for that shit. 100%, man.
Like that's like us. We went our no matter like what life lessons.
Yeah.
The people that told us how to be good.
Yeah.
How to be good. How to be great. How to do the right thing.
Word.
We still went a certain way regardless.
Right.
Like my mom was the person. I didn't have a dad. My mom was the person, like, through all my whole life, regardless, I didn't have a man or not. She's the one that instilled me a moral compass. Like, yo, this is right, this is wrong. Like, she put religion in my life. You know what I'm saying? And that led me probably to the why I am the way that I am.
But you still made choices.
I still made choices that was against that.
Yeah, that's what
you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, the moral compass is still in me.
Still there.
Yeah, but
that is not going to be to what nephew be saying is external influences like your friends or whatever, like what you want to watch on TV. No matter what, that motherfucking moral compass that my mom instilled in me is always going to override that. But I still made decisions that was like when I was a teenager that went against that. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying is I think you're confusing what we're talking about as far. This is just my opinion on what you're saying. You're saying moral compass. I think all of our kids have the moral compass. I think what we're saying is the simple fact of you made mistakes and you made choices based on the people that you be around. So when he was saying about
I'm agreeing.
Oh, okay.
I'm agreeing. I'm just saying. I was just giving my point of view. Like I did a lot of fucked up shit in my life, but I could have did way worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I could have been in way worse positions. I could have been in way worse.
Lucky.
You know what I'm saying? I've been lucky like a motherfucker.
Lucky pick.
Shit,
I could be
lucky.
dead.
I was lucky that my pops got locked up. You know,
I could be dead right now.
That shit held me, man. That shit woke me up
changed
early, bro.
Changed you quick.
Shit, I went into school with a pops in prison. Like I ain't know nothing else till he got out. When I was in 4th grade.
Shit, when we was little.
Nigga, you was never little.
When we was little in DeWittsburg,
he said you was born.
Me
and fat fetus.
Me and TJ, we was the only ones with dads in the hood, right?
Damn.
Oh shit.
Me and TJ, if you think about it, what other dads was in the hood?
Damn.
My dad was in the hood.
Nobody. Oh, Tory.
Tory
had his
Abner.
pops. Tory had his pops.
Jerry Abner.
And Jarrell had his pops.
And Jarrell. Yeah.
But yo, but what's the thing though?
We gotta talk about that after P finishes.
All I want to say is like, because I don't know how the situation. I'm just talking about because you got fathers in lives, but not all fathers are good fathers. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, my stepdad held
Not all fathers are real good fathers. You know what I mean? So that plays definitely into effect.
So we could even say, because I'm definitely not trying to kick my dad's back in.
Of course.
But
yeah.
one thing that my wife has always said was, you know, I had a period where I was like, damn, it would have been nice to have like parents to hang out with. Like my mom was always doing. If y'all have experiences with your parents that are like father, son
Good
situations,
shit. Yeah,
I don't know what that feels like. I really don't.
It'd have been nice to have you in your life.
Real shit. Now with my mom, I lived with her, but it's not like we have experiences together. We never experienced we never went to the park together. We never went to the movies together. We never.
Same.
I mean, but she still did her thing as a mom, a single mother. So I'm not mad.
Yeah.
But things you never had, you don't realize you didn't have it until you provide it to your own kids.
Damn, that's real.
Or till you go to your first sleepover, nigga, and dude's dad's in there. You know what I mean? You're like,
I
damn.
don't recall ever even going to a sleepover. I'm
There
saying
must be some white people shit. I don't know.
Nah, because
We're just my cousins.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. It's like witnessing.
Let me finish my point though. So like with my dad, I'm not mad at him. I'm not saying he's a terrible person, but what I will say is I didn't get that experience as a father and son from him. He's still alive. I think he's a really good dude, but I think even my expectations as having a father were low because I didn't know what the fuck it was.
I think you did get the experience. You got it from the absence. You got it from the lack of having
got
a
it from
father. It
Brady.
taught you to show you
From new, yeah.
what exactly you don't want to do with your kids.
Yeah.
Like even in absence, you can learn something from. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm the father I am and the grandfather I am.
Yeah.
Because I never want to be like the nigga who wasn't there for me. You know what I mean?
He wants to be. He wants to be like his uncle.
A little bit. I just want to keep both my feet.
But
bro,
my
pops though.
I
that
remember
nigga
your
never
dad's. I mean, you telling me stories about how but your dad did do some powerful shit. He told you, he dropped some jewels. You know what I mean? He dropped some jewels.
That's why
bro.
I have always told
That's good.
everybody in this room that I can't knock my pops. Right?
That's a good thing.
So if you go from seeing your pops 0 times in a year to 4 times in a year, you still have value for that 4 times in a year.
Yep.
And that 4 times could have been darker or worse than another nigga that sees his father. You know what I mean?
What I was talking about with Liz is she has always said, this was my original comment, you don't know what you would have picked up on if he was in your life every single day.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it like that. That's crazy.
But them 4 times he was with you was probably on some positive shit though.
There was never a time we was with him and it wasn't positive.
That's
and
what I'm
focused
saying.
on. So I think that was the dosage that God
That's
provided.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because it could have been the 4 times
You don't gotta yell,
that
P.
you my
We
bad
right here,
because
so.
I got emotional because it could have been the 4 times
Yeah.
that nigga picked up that pipe and was smoking in front of
my
you.
dad never did no crack.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't put that on my dad.
That's what I'm saying.
My dad's in college. You don't
Because
even
there's
know.
other dads out there that pick their kids up, and then when they get their kids, they shooting up some dope or they smoking some motherfucking crack right in
was
front
the
of them.
shit. Crack was the shit.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying?
Shit,
So
even my mom, she had a full daycare and she would be drinking all day, nigga.
I just want to say some shitty moms
but
out there
that's
too.
all I'm saying is that positive influence that you
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
because you had an absent dad, but
Yeah.
when he was there.
All
He was
provided
trying to drop jewels on you. He was trying, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
of my dad.
You know what I'm
How to
saying?
whoop. He made sure he taught us how to stretch,
That's real shit.
how to box. Oh my God, yeah, he did that. He did.
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
But nigga, it would have been nice to go play kickball.
That's a fact. That too.
That's rude,
That's a
bro.
hell
How
yeah.
you gonna say that in front of this nigga? That's rude as fuck, bro.
Damn. Damn.
Damn, that's insensitive than a mother. You owe this nigga an apology, B.
I got shit in both hands, so I couldn't say like
Baseball.
yeah, thank you.
Oh,
And
so
he
I'm
did
talking
do it
about
with
hands now.
yo.
That's what
It's
we doing?
crazy
I mean,
because he did say play kickball
Hey,
with his hand too.
At least you
Damn, that
use
nigga
your
said,
right
yo,
foot.
play kickball, and he did it with his hand.
He used
That's
your right foot.
crazy.
He ain't insult him because he used his right foot, not his left.
What's going on with nephew hand? Why everybody keep talking about the nigga hand?
Gout. You ain't see it?
He got elephantitis of his hand.
Damn.
He got Professor Clump hand.
He got a BBL in that hand right now.
Damn, he said he got the BBL.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
You said gout, man?
Nigga with the Mexican.
How much that cost?
I'm about to go to the ER as soon as I leave this bitch.
You know that
my
nigga
bad,
got
yeah.
that shit in Mexico.
That's cold.
Yo, if you have that motherfucking hand like that next weekend, nigga, you,
Chop that bitch off.
bruh, you better reassess.
He needs some.
separate.
He needs some
go to the
hydrogen
hospital.
water, man.
That's not gout anymore. They gonna be like,
It was gout.
gangrene.
Your hand, bro.
Gangrene.
I went last
That shit about to fall off, nigga.
Yo, you better
That's
hurry
fucked
and
up,
get
bro.
that shit looked at. Run around here
That's
like
fucked up.
Captain
Why would
Hook.
you say? Why would you put that voodoo on me, Ricky?
I didn't say it, nigga. Why you looking
Listen,
at me?
he get amputated. That's gonna be the amputee
As
couch.
as a community, right?
Sir,
So if
you don't want to smoke, sir.
hold up, fellas, 1 second, because we only got a couple seconds. You put a
An hour,
video
18 minutes.
Oh
in
yeah.
the in one of the.
Mindful
We got
exchange
so many.
group.
da-
Nigga, we
chat.
ain't watched one
The
video
messenger.
yet.
The last
We did.
messenger.
We watched
didn't
one.
watch
one.
We
Yeah,
watched
we watched
one.
the father and the daughter one.
I see
Yeah,
y'all
that was
next.
it.
See y'all next week.
All right, so I'll play a video in a second. I'll get to it real quick. My point was, in one of those videos, you said about the 19 things that the dude does to ensure that he lives forever or for a long
Oh,
time.
yeah.
One of the top things was community. And he was
Yup.
saying that having a community of people you gather with and you talk to,
the life expectancy is a lot
was
longer.
way longer. So when people have what we have here, regardless of how the outside world feels about it, think about how it makes you feel to sit here and just shoot the shit with your peoples. It's having a positive effect on your brain and your physical.
That's what my
I
wife.
said that like 8 episodes ago.
Like
And
a
you
real
love
joy.
mad
Yeah.
people.
Every week, my wife says.
Not wait, people.
Every week, my wife says, "I hope you have a short pod today because I like spending time with you on Sundays." She said, "But I know I'll see you at like 9 o'clock."
She didn't say none of that.
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? And she'd be like, "Yo," because she's like, "I know." She said,
You
"Well,
got
what do you guys do when you get down there?" I said, "Baby, most of the time we talk for 45 minutes to an hour, and then we got to get started, and then we talk for 2 hours,
Yeah.
and then we just say fuck it until we stop talking."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's like, "Oh, I know because I be hoping that you get home at 8 so we can."
You notice
hang-
Liz stopped picking me up.
Oh,
She used to
shit.
pick me up. And shit.
Yeah.
She's like, "Baby, you shouldn't drink anything. I'm gonna come pick you up." And it got to the point she's like, "Yeah, you be taking too long."
Man, fuck you,
Like, I think God wants you to get a DUI.
We had an hour and 19 minutes right now.
We good.
It's not that
Got
bad.
a boogie in a couple seconds, but you out now?
Oh, you can play the joint. Video?
You got a boogie? You know I ain't trying to hold you,
Yeah, we
nigga.
good, bro.
Your ass already
Yeah,
don't be
is that the video- is that
sleeping.
the
You be
video
working out 20 hours out of 20.
So, yo, Quest, I was talking with that nigga right there, Merce, nigga. He
did
said
it.
he was about to start coming with you on Mondays around like 5 something.
I'll be there at 5:30
In the morning?
So,
night.
you have a game, right? On Monday.
It starts at 2.
Oh,
No,
so
no,
I
3,
could be
3,
able
3,
to make
3.
it. So I was just telling this nigga, bro. Y'all niggas gonna say something. Hold up. All right, it froze. It froze, but it's on me. So Quest, I'm trying to start coming with this nigga. Look at it. Cat.
Go ahead.
Dark skin
Goddamn.
Go ahead, fam.
But nah, I'm really.
Why you
starting
ain't
to-
got the camera on you? We over here.
It
trying
was
to-
at first. It was,
froze.
nigga. But shit, y'all was starting to talk and it froze.
dreads make
Whole
the
bunch of shit.
camera
But I'm really gonna start trying to come around
Pause.
like 5:30.
Word, pause.
5:36,
Damn,
that's
nigga, I
perfect.
wasn't thinking about that, yo. But I want to come to the gym with y'all niggas and do that because with,
You been saying
with
mad
Cap
pauses.
in the
Talking
morning.
about- we was talking about doing a looks like our shit is froze too. Look. Quest.
Yeah, it is. It might be
That
playing
nigga
on.
Cap
Is it
stuck
playing
like-
on
like
the?
a mannequin.
See, I was like, it's like we was talking about doing 1 day a week at his gym
With
to
him.
do some
You
different
look like a
shit,
waiter
like
when it's
the
frozen.
full body.
Yeah. So that's what I was telling Merce is like I go with Cap. Damn. It's,
Why
yeah.
is it
You
froze
been
on the
saying
It's
match
froze
too?
on both. It's froze on both.
Might want to unplug and replug the HDMI port.
That nigga Jetta been saying mad pausable shit.
Damn, that
all
nigga got to
day.
pee
The
again.
camera wanted to pause. It's telling him.
Hey, the camera said, "Hey, yo."
Yeah, it's like, hold on a minute.
Slow down, nigga.
You can play that one.
But nah, I want to just I'm really trying to come with y'all because so when I go, I was telling him when I go with Cap knows me, so he knows how much I can lift, and he fucking forces me to do what the fuck I got.
Yeah, I do.
But I know what
No
you
Diddy, though.
y'all
fuck?
two is
That-
different.
A sound bite
He's
from
gonna-
that in a year or so. He forces me to do what I should do.
That
No,
shit sounds
you
crazy.
damn right. Like,
But nah, so I'm lifting like heavy. I'm beating myself up with Cap. Pause. Or whatever. I don't even know when I can or not say that shit right now. But with
You
you,
better
I
knock
know
that
you
table
go
down.
crazy with calisthenics and everything like that.
no, he's the cardio king, and he's gonna push you with the weights.
Yeah, that's
too.
what I'm saying. You do
It's-
too.
it-
That's
it-
what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, it's no different from him. We just have different workout.
Yeah. So I
rep
feel like
ranges and schemes. Like, it's not gonna be any different.
no, it's gonna
You
be a
fucked
little
up.
different.
Not the only difference
little
it'll
bit.
How
be.
you on that stepper?
It's
Don't-
still
yeah.
gonna be going hard, baby.
Now
That's what I'm afraid
the
of.
only difference with me is I like to pre-exhaust my body like doing track work. So doing like 45 minutes
Didn't you
to
say
an
you wanna
hour.
Go out to the track out.
Yeah.
In,
Edison, hell yeah.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should set a date to do that together. And
Nah, EFA,
we all-
nigga. Fuck Edison.
Nah,
nigga.
you got they don't
EFA,
open. Nah,
baby.
EFA don't.
open
They
though, right?
They don't
lock-
open their shit.
They locked the shit. They've been had that shit locked for
alright.
like 15.
Damn, nigga.
I mean,
fuck
he's
them
been going
niggas,
out there for years. And
Yeah, when
I think it would be dope if we just all said fuck it, like how we
Went out
did the
there?
leg press competition.
Yeah.
Like, yo, let's just go
Do a
out
what?
there, say fuck it,
Yeah, and
leg
do
press
it.
competition.
But that's what I'm saying.
He still
is
think he got me, and I let him go because I said I don't want to do anymore. So he think he the king shit around here.
You more than welcome though, fam. You more than welcome to pull up, man.
You
That's
got
what I'm
me to
saying
God,
is I
because-
don't know if I because he gets
That nigga
out,
said you
his
more than welcome,
games
like he
probably
own the
end,
gym.
Like,
I
so
think he
Monday
kinda
probably
do.
7:30.
Damn near, fam.
Yeah.
7:30.
You know what,
You
tell
guys
us.
probably almost be gone. So
I'll be there
Tuesday,
till 8.
Wednesday.
I'll be there till 8, fam.
Yeah, but still, if he's getting
It's gonna
yeah,
be
yeah,
it's
it's
gonna
too
be
late.
like 30
Yeah,
minutes. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's
like
too
8.
late.
I'd probably get back.
It takes like 30, 40,
Yeah.
depending on where they're playing at. It takes 30, 40. But fucking, I want to do that.
So what time do you get there?
I get there literally probably like 5:35. I'm at the gym, like walking through the door.
Yeah, that won't happen on Monday.
And you
But
say you can get there at what time?
So Monday he has a game, and his games usually end at 7:30. But when he has practice, it ends at 5:30.
The
I
game-
can be back, and I can get more time in. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to get him to come, but he be fucked up
You
at
can
the
skip the
practice.
cardio.
You gotta let him. You gotta
Yeah,
let him
he be
rest
fucked up.
Like,
He be
that's
fucked
different.
up
Like
at
when
the
you're
practice,
active
nigga.
in sports,
Yeah.
you gotta let your body recover.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
all
why I
that
don't
extra
get
shit.
no
like,
pressure
Yeah,
on
and I'm
him.
not trying to do
Like,
anything
yeah.
right
You
now.
worked out already,
Yeah,
little nigga.
because
So
they push you to the point that when you get older, sir, when you get older, you're gonna realize that
All right, brother.
you wish you stayed in the conditioning
bro.
you were when you're your age now.
Yeah.
Because now is when you can push your body to that. So all the challenges, like for myself, I always compare myself to my younger self. It'll never happen again.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to keep it more easy this week because I
Yeah.
leave Friday, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
You
mess
Yeah,
up.
he
right?
going to
Yeah.
Athens Friday, y'all. This nigga's on
gonna
that
be dope.
motherfucking
You a
plane.
grease nigga.
Man.
Better
How you
bag you a
feeling?
little. Grease
I ain't gonna
shit.
lie, I'm excited. I ain't never been to Greece. I'm gonna have to send you
Oh,
something.
shut
to
up.
bring me back.
I'll take pictures.
We gotta put him
gotta
in
get
the.
mad
We gotta put him in the
pictures.
group
Oh,
chat
I
so
will.
he can send pictures and shit.
Oh, you know what? Can we have you? We can have him on the pod while he's there, right?
Yeah,
What's
I
the
mean,
time
yeah, we can do the,
difference?
the
It's
phone
it's
shit.
a 6-7 hour difference. So at 9,
probably
it's like
not.
4 a.m. So I'm gonna be asleep by the time you guys are doing
yeah,
the pod.
yeah.
You know
We'll
how
do the
much?
pod.
Look, let me tell you something. I had to tell a grown man this earlier. Clearly communicate your boundaries. He laid that shit down like a champ.
Hell yeah.
Look, nigga, I'm gonna be
Because
sleep.
I'm gonna be
I looked it up
sleeping.
yesterday because me and one of my friends were playing Rainbow and we were talking, and he's like,
You were playing Rainbow.
Rainbow Six
Rainbow
Siege.
Six.
Calm down.
I ain't know what
I
the
was
fuck
like,
that was.
Jesus Christ.
It's
man.
it's a
Rainbow,
first
like,
person
that's what I said,
shooter.
Fucking Rainbow.
Rainbow
What?
6. Yeah, I remember.
It's
I
just
used to play
easier.
that shit.
It's
Red team go.
R6.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be
Red
quiet.
team go.
First
Red
of all,
team.
We grown and we don't got time to play games, so
Yeah,
don't be mad
so-
at us because we don't know about. no
I think
games.
I'm
I
gonna
do.
just- I'm
I
gonna
put that nigga on the games.
I'm gonna refer
I used
it to
to play
R6
that. I used to
now.
play that back in the day. Rainbow Six.
But yeah, I was talking to him and I'm like, wait, what even is the time difference? And it's 7 hours, but if at some point during like daylight savings, it'll be 6 occasionally. But
So this is what we need to do,
Yeah.
sir. We just
It'll
need you
be
to
10.
we need you to send some videos to your dad so that we
So
can
we can play him. Yeah.
Or we can put him in the group chat and he can send them to all of us.
Yeah.
because I'm taking a lot of pictures. We're gonna be walking a lot too. so.
Still take that shit in though. Like, take your pictures,
Yeah.
but take in everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
'Cause you'll never be able to do that again.
So
Fucking
excited,
pictures is
man.
cool.
No, he
but
can do it again.
Nah,
He young.
I mean, yeah, you can do it again, but it's not.
Shit, my
like-
brother,
got next
my
year.
brother Alex been to
You got
Greece
your,
a couple
you got your
times,
passport.
man,
You
and he
hanging out with this nigga.
was
Yeah, be present.
He going me with the
Be
What's wrong?
present.
You wanna go to,
wherever
like-
you at? Be present.
You wanna go Germany
Yeah,
real quick?
You want to take it all in, man.
shit. I ain't gonna lie. For the first time in the last 10, 15 years, I've just finally been able to plan trips with my wife. You know what I mean? Like, just because we both work our asses off.
Because we put this wall right here.
Oh no, it was. Good
Now you can start
observation.
saving some shit.
Nah, it was a
nigga.
little bit before
That
that,
was
but
bullshit.
it's like kids. I got kids that I have to dedicate money to every month. I don't get breaks on that. I don't expect breaks from that. So it's like I have to sacrifice me having shit for my kids having shit, and I do it regardless. If I tallied up everything, which I do every so often, y'all niggas will look at them fucking tallies and be like, where the fuck did all this money come from? Because I don't see it.
Because you work. You can't even send us memes, nigga. You be working.
What I'm saying is I don't
You
see
got
it.
the bread.
I don't see it. Like I don't
Because you
physically
taking
see it
care of
because
what you
everything
got
is
to.
digital. It's like it gets put in my bank account, and then me touching it, having fun with it, doing some shit with it. That's not even a part of my life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You put your priorities first, nigga. And that's
Yes,
what
sir.
you're
That's why I
supposed to
ain't
do.
get a new truck yet. And I've
Yeah.
been talking about it for like 2-3 years.
Driving that Toyota, nigga. Like,
Yeah,
fuck, it's a
and I
new
feel
car,
blessed.
nigga,
I
and
feel
it feels
blessed. That
good.
shit
It feels
zip
the
like
same.
a motherfucker.
So let me ask y'all this question real quick. So we sitting here and we talking about all this stuff, right?
He only got one hand, so it will be real quick. Go ahead, nigga.
I got
finish.
something. I got something.
Nah,
for the thumbnail
not
this
on the
week.
pod. I will end this bitch right now, nigga. I will end it right now, nigga. Y'all be mad at me.
Keep playing.
Look, his hands. Look, throw his hands up now.
I'm gonna do the John Morant.
That nigga pulled the AK out, nigga. He got in trouble again for that.
So
shit.
I got a quick challenge for y'all. So how about if we wanted to take a group trip, would 3 to 6 months be good enough for you guys to save enough money to take a small group trip?
Nah, we going to the Lynn buffet?
I need at least 5.
He said 3 to
think,
6.
I think we would have to talk about where
yeah.
the trip was first, and then go from there. Because if it's not too crazy,
Drivable distances.
drivable. If it's drivable, we good.
So wait till January, and he can go. We can go to Atlantic
January,
City or
nigga.
some
That's
shit.
like fucking
That's
7 months away,
enough time.
nigga. 8 months.
But what do you have in mind though? Drivable like where?
It all depends. I mean, I was gonna come up with a list of different
7 to 8
drivable
hours, 5, 6, or
drive 7, 8,
2, 3.
You know what I mean?
Atlantic City, Ocean
Atlantic-
City.
So
What
I
was
would-
the Atlantic City trip? Was it like 4?
Yeah,
like 5.
4,
Four some change.
4 because you can go to Philly and hop right over. So it's
Yeah,
not
it's
that
about
far.
it's not 4 exactly.
We
That's
should
like
go to
that's like
Myrtle
New
or
York
some
City.
shit. Actually,
Myrtle
not
or
Myrtle, but
Virginia
somewhere
Beach.
where it's cool to be an older nigga. 'Cause I'm not the party animal anymore.
Not
I don't
at
want
all.
to be out like.
Nigga, I'm trying.
So that's what I was. So that's what I was.
They
saying.
got a strip. They be having strips in a lot of those places though, just like tourist strips. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just trying to go to the zoo.
I think
Atlantic
trying to take my
City.
son to his
Trying to
first
look at them
strip
pandas.
club.
They might try to keep you
Strip
if you
club.
go to the zoo.
Like, hey,
you grab a
how does
hand
Gorilla
like
get
that
out
again.
this cage?
I'm trying to go to that strip club in Atlantic City because I missed
I feel like I feel
that
bad
We
for you,
need an
'cause then I run
executive
over and be like,
order
wait,
to
no,
get
y'all
him
good.
back to his natural habitat.
Nah, but I think what you were saying. I think what you were saying about experiences. I think that really is a big thing, and when we talk about us being a group, you know, we all have wives, we all have significant
Fuck you.
others, and we all have kids. You know what I'm saying? To where we can take family trips.
Yeah, this is the nigga.
You know, I think that'd be pretty dope to be able to go somewhere. Like we went to. I don't even like telling stories.
Nigga, I'm with my family all the time. I was trying to go to the strip club.
We went to we rented this mansion out in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It was a 10-bedroom mansion.
What does
It
that
had-
have to do with us taking a trip
What
together?
I'm saying is it wasn't
He
that
want to bring
much.
the kids and shit, and I'm trying to get away from them little niggas. Fuck.
No, but I'm not saying kids. I'm saying it could be. I'm saying it could be
talking
grown
about,
up.
nigga?
Yeah.
I'm saying it could be grown ups. It's not about bringing the kids,
Yeah.
but it still
Like
had 10
Airbnb type shit?
Yeah, it still had rooms where if you wanted to bring a significant other, he wanted to bring a significant other.
Yeah.
Nephew wanted to bring
My
some of the
wife ain't
holes
going.
out of his
if
black
there's a bunch
book.
of niggas going, she ain't going.
Y'all niggas go do that
gonna
shit
be
because
like,
I ain't got
"Nah,
you.
That
Y'all
Mexican
niggas about to have
family in his
it.
belly button.
She don't be on it. That might be a different trip if it was like you
Y'all
and
trying to
your
go on a
wife
couples
and me and my
retreat.
wife, she would be
Fuck
like,
that.
we'll talk about that. But if it's like a bunch of niggas and
Yeah, because I ain't
She
got
ain't
no
with all
couple.
that,
There ain't no
bro.
couples.
Nah, nigga,
she
I
ain't with
saved-
all that. I
saved
ain't with
my
all that.
coupon.
But if it's like us putting together a trip, let's do it.
Yeah, you
I
trying to
saved,
invite
I
other
saved
people.
my
What's wrong
motherfucking
with you?
coupon. She went on vacation. I've been saving that shit.
Just
for
because
like
if you
2 summers
married,
now.
and
That's different. That's different. Yeah, like you trying to,
Yeah.
you mixing vinegar and water right now.
Not really, because when y'all go out and do y'all thing, me, Curtis, Liz, and
chilling like a
Davita, we gonna be
motherfucker.
chilling, playing cards at the thing.
Then what's the point of going on a group trip?
Word.
Because we're gonna
Yeah.
Because
the
we
point
gonna
is-
be bad influence. I'm be like, yo, Cap. Yo, Cap.
nigga, my wife will.
This shit gonna be like the Hangover.
I'm be
nigga.
like, yo, Cap. I got
Yo.
this. I got
Something
these.
gonna wake
Nah,
up.
I ain't gonna. I wouldn't do that shit. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
you
gonna
would,
wake
nigga,
up with
and
the
that
Mike
nigga would
Tyson
just be like,
tattoo.
nope.
But that's like,
You
why
wake
the
up
fuck?
and be like,
My wife
What
is
happened?
so much like my mom that it's scary.
They say you marry somebody that's similar to your mom.
You know what's crazy?
Same thing about
It
females
never
and they dad.
when I was younger, it never registered. It never resonated with me at all. But as I'm older, I realize how much like my mom she is. Because my mom is crazy. She was crazy. God rest her soul. Yeah. She was about who she was about. If she loves you, she's all out for you. big heart, loving. But if you cross her,
Yeah.
you
Savage.
don't want to do that.
It is.
My wife is the same motherfucking way. So if we on a trip and a nigga is saying some shit like, yo, let's go do this, and she looking at you like she gonna do something to you, no, she's going to do something to you.
But what I'm saying
She's
is
done
like,
shit to
nigga-
me, and I'm scared of her. I need y'all to contact 1-800-HELP a nigga Cap out.
I think y'all
But if
been
we-
together
but
for
if-
so long.
It's like,
she
if
would
Cap's
she
scared,
knows
you should be
If
scared.
me and P
Yeah.
or whoever is like, yo, let's go out. We got all this.
Oh, yeah, she
she
wouldn't
knows
expect me
you
to go
not
with
gonna
y'all.
be like,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah.
She knows
But it's
you
not
gonna
like
be
she can give
nah.
you a black eye or anything.
Nah.
She probably would, nigga. Fuck that
Nah.
nigga up.
Nah, she
and
just-
then
saying
she'd be
you
like,
won't be able
nah,
to see
baby,
that
you know what?
motherfucker.
Actually, I didn't want to go anyway.
You fucking racist motherfucker.
Nah, but I mean,
This
if you
nigga
think
had
about
songs
if you think
and
about it, so
videos.
if you think about
That
what
was
we
a good
said,
one, 'cause I didn't even.
if you think about what we said, we grown. So I'm not a go outer. You know what I'm saying? There's people that go out. For if we went on a group trip, we would do day activities.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? So if we were doing day activities, hey yo, we going on this tour and we're doing this ATV run today. That's what we're doing. And then at night, y'all niggas saying, yo, we about to go to the bar. Well, y'all have a good time. We about to do this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's not about the group.
That's what I mean,
That's
like-
what I'm saying. The group activities is cool, but we do group activities during the day.
Yeah.
And those that want to go out at night, y'all go do what you want to do. Or if you don't want to do the group activities, you know what I mean?
It'll be Team Light Skin. Me, P, and Jet are gonna be out in that motherfucker.
That'd be whack as fuck. If we all went out together and not doing those group activities. Oh, I'm gonna sleep in and let y'all do that, and then we gonna go out at night, and y'all not gonna go out. We
Yeah,
not
that's-
spending.
I think
the trip
That's
together.
just two
at
separate
that point.
trips. That's
Yeah,
two.
just bringing my wife anywhere. She's just not with the young ratchet activities. She's
I feel you on that.
She's a professional woman, grown adult, and the shit that we did when we were kids, it just doesn't resonate with her at all, and I respect it 1,000%.
But I mean, that's because, like I said, nigga, by 10 o'clock, I'm ready to take this leg off and be chilling.
I be in bed.
Word, my
sometimes
nigga.
at 9
Y'all
o'clock,
think
bro.
This
it's
shit
funny.
getting hot, nigga. I need to
I ain't gonna lie with you, bro. I be trying to find a spot to smoke some weed.
Word up.
Yeah, and just chill out.
You ain't gotta find no spot, motherfucker. We gonna be out there together. What you talking about?
I'm just saying, like, you know, most places you can't smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
New York, yes, you fucking can.
I mean, you. All right, so say we in the telly or B&B. You know what I'm saying? You can't smoke in that bitch, can you?
it
Hell
depends
no.
if they.
Right,
It
so
depends
we
on
gonna have
the.
to-
It
if you
depends
pay
on the
that fee,
Airbnb's
yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have to go outside for the majority.
That's what I'm saying, yo. I just rolled up. Where we going?
Yeah.
Outside.
Outside.
Yo,
To the
Merce,
car.
Merce,
To the
Merce, let's be
balcony,
real.
nigga.
Between you and Hoodie, you two have been the most challenging weed niggas since I've had this location.
It's like Snoop Dogg and Wiz
wait a
Khalifa.
minute.
Tell
Hold
me
on,
I'm
nigga, I
wrong,
smoke
and I'll
too,
tell you
nigga.
why I'm not.
Man, everybody know
Tell me. So listen,
smoke.
I
Because
think that I do a
sometimes-
pretty good job. Only time I come down smelling like weed is
Every
on
day.
Sundays. Is that's because
It's
there's
not about-
nobody
it's
be
not, It's
here.
not about Sundays. It's about early on. You would have clips in your pocket.
Yeah.
I'm still a work
That
in
was when
progress.
it was a problem.
I'm still a work in progress.
So as of the last 4, 5, 6, 7
I think
Five
that only lasted a couple
a year,
months.
maybe,
smell like
maybe
weed right
the
now.
first year.
Yeah, that didn't last that long because
Okay.
I learned early.
Yeah,
I was
Yo,
like, nah.
You be on your shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
talking
yeah.
about down here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up too.
Yeah.
So there's only what I'm saying is I'm going off the experience that I actually had dealing with old boy
Yeah.
and who it was related
Or
to.
just
So it may have
smelling?
been once, maybe twice,
Yeah.
but to me it's traumatic. So it's like
Even too, you smoke a clip, you put that shit in your cigarette pack, or you put it where you is, and you come down here.
no. Then we gonna point at this nigga here.
I'm clarifying. He's
Merce?
pointing at him.
Oh, all right.
Before weed was legal, that nigga would come down here smelling like something crazy. To the point that I would have to go upstairs and spray the hallway.
All pack.
Just while you're in the elevator, just
Yes. Shit smelling like the Arab stores up there and all that. But if you think about it, today he was cool as a motherfucker. Like when he came in here earlier,
And I know I smell like a pound.
nigga, I smelled it. But he was cool as fuck.
Me and this nigga talked upstairs for like
Kicked
10
it, right?
minutes. Yeah,
But
tell
see,
me
that
about
was the thing though.
buzz.
His son is a lot different now. Like
Yeah.
the couple times, like I would be like, all right, I'm gonna roll up. So I roll up down here, and it would be
Oh,
stinking.
that's what it was,
It would
too.
be stinking because I would roll up.
And I had the air off because
Yeah.
of the vent in the booth.
Because that's why we started with the
I don't
with
think
the
I ever
stuff.
rolled up down here.
Yeah, like
I
because we would
rolled up mad
we would be
times
down
down
here. But in the beginning,
once or
we would be down here for so long.
Hell yeah.
Every day, all day. Because out there, I'm doing 90 interviews and then we was running the station. So I'm down here, and I had Wildin' Out Wednesdays. I had the Sunday jazz sessions, and then I was doing. Me and New had the 607 hotline. Like we had like 5 shows, so it was like, man, listen, we was down here working.
What are we gonna do, man? Because I've been thinking about since the situation happened that I told you about the other day with the program shit. It's like, what do I want to do? I don't. This is the first time in the last 20 years that I've been like, I don't know what the fuck I want to.
So I'm gonna give you some advice.
Focused, because before everything was like planned and calculated, but when you're not afforded that opportunity to have like a heads up and it just lands on you. What do you do?
I'm gonna give you some advice that I learned about myself.
Yeah.
When I lost my leg, it was kind of similar.
Yeah.
In the situation of, I had this to depend on.
Yeah.
And I thought that everything was. My ducks were in a row.
Yeah.
So when I had to lose my leg, it gave me a chance to reinvent myself and to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you do what you need to do because you have these different opportunities. You know, so now in this light, you have an opportunity to create your own opportunity to figure out what you want to do with your time, to figure out where direction you want to go, and you're in the driver's seat. So this is your opportunity to say, you know what, for all my life and for all this time, I worked for myself, but I worked for myself through other opportunities. Now this is my time to create my own opportunity and to make it work.
You know where the dilemma is? Like, I have a lot of money saved up, right? And now that the money coming in isn't going to be the same, I have to be more calculated where I put my money, because I've always had that safety blanket. Like, you got mad different resources. What I'm talking about is the program that I do at the facility just got put on hold 2 days ago because Kathy, how you say your last name?
Hogle.
She didn't
New York
approve
State
the budget yet. And so before I started doing the program, it took me about 2 to 3 months to start doing it because of the same thing. The government didn't approve the budget. So as soon as they approved it, I started working there within like 2 or 3 days. So the budget didn't get approved yet, and there's no way you can push that forward. You just gotta be patient.
Just gotta wait.
So like I was telling my wife, like, yo, maybe I'll do something different. Like, I've been able to get way ahead.
You was telling me before, maybe, I mean, it might be a sign. You was telling me old girl was hollering at you about some...
Oh, just being the weird shit,
the
right?
bossy shit. Like, it might be a sign to tell you to go in a different direction.
That's what I was talking to Liz about. I didn't even mention that, but at the same time, I may even said to you once or twice that, like, I'm tired of dealing with the weird shit.
Just
up
the
there.
culture. I mean, if
the
you're
culture,
the
vibes,
culture is eating you up inside.
Them niggas is miserable.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want that inside of you,
nigga,
you know,
it's prison. It's not supposed to be happy.
Yeah, but you would think that the inmates would be the ones that have 5, 10, 15, 20 years to do. That would be the ones presenting the misery. It's not the inmates. It's the motherfucking staff.
Yeah.
And I understand you getting mandated, you this, you that. But at the same time, like, when I'm interacting with the inmates, the niggas that got fucking bodies, and, you know, we get to talk about, you know, maybe you should try this, or you still have a chance because of that. And we make music together, and they actually listen and they're receptive.
Positive shit, positive energy. Like, you being positive and you bringing a positive influence to the inmates that's been through some fucked up shit. But then you got to deal with negative staff that are on some snake shit.
Their energy is so much.
You got to deal with negative staff that's on some snake shit that'll actually. I told this nigga, you telling me that staff actually is saying some shit that'll get me trapped off, that can possibly get me in trouble.
Yeah.
So now that plays a factor into, like, damn, I don't want to be
Makes
involved.
me not want to be around.
I don't want to be
man.
involved in no shit like this where I have to watch my back from people that's supposed to be a professional setting.
Just like he said, that's the same part of what I said, creating your own opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's going to give you...
Maybe it was just there for me to get ahead, to be able to save bread.
Now you know the program.
Yeah.
Now you can take that program and all the things that because you're a detailed note taker. So all the things that you did up there, you can take that and put that into a positive space.
Yeah.
And that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it still is a prison. The kids might be a little more receptive because at the end of the day, when you're locked down and you have one thing to look forward to, you're gonna be a little bit more accordingly. But then when you're working in that environment and there's so many things going on, it's just like you said, you know, they're up there rioting, they're up there doing this, they're up there doing that. So you have a good interaction with the kids because that's the one thing that they have to look forward to. So for that 7 hours out
the only effective what's that word? Effective
role model? Or
when you want to take away
tangible effect. So it would be
to take away from them. That might be the only tangible thing to take away from the kids that they actually
care about.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the hard part, you know. And so like I said, when you talk about it from the workforce standpoint, it's like, damn, you know, just like you said before,
leverage. You have leverage.
Yeah.
You have leverage.
That's the only leverage they have. Literally, somebody has said that to me.
On your specific situation, you, I would say, are in a good situation because you have gave yourself a safety net.
Yeah.
So you gave yourself a safety net. So if I would have been
wilding out the years before, like, oh, I'm going to go here, spend it there, get a new truck, do this, do that, I would have been fucked up.
You have built yourself a safety net.
Yeah.
So now you have options. So you have done yourself a favor for when you're in a tight spot, like, okay, let me go a new direction, or let me sit back and
I just
observe.
don't know where to go right now. I ain't even going to lie. I'm going to be real. This is the first time in the last 20 years that I've ever said that.
But you got options, though. You know what I mean? You definitely got options. You got to assess your value, and you have value because you have people coming to you right now that are telling you you have value.
I don't want to start recording these niggas, though.
But no, you have value. You have value where you have somebody like that telling you to come to Bosie's.
Oh yeah.
You have value. You have value.
Too.
So you have So you have value. So right then and there, knowing that you have value is a good thing. And now that you're in, you know what I mean?
That was a powerful look. When I was up at Bosie's, Shelly Green was like, "Yo, Orsha was leaving. Why don't you come up here?" And
shout out to Shelly.
Shout out to Shelly. She was my old babysitter, man. When I was a little snotty nose
great individual, man.
Shout out to
She
Shelly.
was saying some things like, "Why don't you come up here?" And I was like, "Well, the certifications he has, you know, he went to school for certain things. I didn't." She was like, "Well, do what you have to do to get those."
Yeah.
But just her presenting that to me.
I don't care, nigga. I feel like you've been working so hard at your craft and everything. I feel like you know more. I know you know. I feel like
sometimes
you know more
it, bro.
than what he went to school for, nigga.
I think I got a problem.
Sometimes all you need is the plug. You need the plug. The plug gets you in the door. Yeah. And that's all you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel good about it, man.
Word.
I told my wife because initially, so when I had to leave the psych center, I was only there for like 3 months. I worked hard to get the job. Her dad was the one was like, I think you would be a good fit for this, and because that's where he retired from. So that's why I wanted to get in the psych center. I was like, okay, I can work with the kids over there. I get in there, I end up having the worst MS relapse that I've had since I had MS. So I had to leave the job. I remember I rode my motorcycle there, and by the time I left, I was sitting there trying to walk out to my motorcycle like I was regular, but my fucking coordination was so off and my vertigo was crazy. My hands were numb. I got to my bike and was like, Cap, you know, goddamn, well, you can't ride this fucking bike. So I had to call Liz. She's like, what's wrong? I was like,
right. But this is already when you knew you had MS.
Yeah, but it was when I was, I knew I had MS. I was working at the psych center, but I worked
to be
really
headstrong
hard.
type shit. Yeah.
And I got mandated to do a double shift. And when I had that double shift, the heat, the next day, I was sitting there working on a different unit. There's no AC in there. I'm the biggest guy in there to help. They're asking me to help lift everybody. And as I'm doing it, I'm sweating bullets. And I was like, Cat, this ain't good. Literally having that self-talk. And it took about 2 or 3 hours for the numbness to start kicking in. And then the dizziness and vertigo. And I was still trying to act like there was nothing going on. To the point that when the shift was over, I'm walking out with everybody that I usually walk out with, and I'm telling myself like, bro, you can't get on that motorcycle. There's no fucking way. So when I called Liz and had her come pick me up, She called my neurologist. They took me out there. I had a full-blown relapse. They put me on the steroids. My neurologist is the one that took me out of the psych center. And she was like, there's no way I would have approved you to work there. Yeah.
Just imagine if you rode that bike, though. You know what I'm saying?
I was so fucked up that there's no way I could have even have started.
You
the
might
bike.
not be right here right now if you rode that motherfucking bike. Who knows? That's like Russian roulette. You know what I'm saying?
There's no way I could have even have sat on it and started it and made it move at all. Like I tell you about the vertigo when I feel like my body is like flipping upside down.
Hell yeah, that shit's the worst.
That
bro.
shit is crazy. That shit is torture.
You feel like the room is spinning.
That's
Your
exactly it.
balance was
I be
crazy.
getting vertigo crazy too, bro. Like,
Yo, my vertical is
Shout out to
crazy.
the
It's like an
folks
inch and a
around.
half.
You can't jump for shit, bitch.
Nah,
And they say
vertigo.
vertigo and vertical are
vertical.
different.
They
You
got
get over half an inch
vertigo.
off the ground. That thing.
That was the joke.
Oh, damn.
Shout
Hold up.
Shout out to the dope neurologist,
We get a
man,
little,
in
we
the
get a little
medical
wild.
field.
Merce, why don't you explain the situation that happened with you so the people know about?
Shit, man, with me, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I was having a headache, you know what I'm saying, throughout the day. And then by the time I got to the crib, because Shorty had came and picked me up, like, bro, I was having like a full-blown aneurysm. I ain't know it yet, you know what I'm saying? I was just feeling like somebody was like stabbing me in the brain with an ice pick. You know what I'm saying? I get like over Walnut Street Bridge. We on like the middle of the bridge. I'm like, yo, I'm like in and out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, take me home. She like, nah, I'm about to take you to the hospital. Because she's a nurse, so she, you know what I'm saying?
She's smart, nigga.
Right. So I get to iron it. These niggas almost kill me. You know what I mean? They was like, oh, it's probably a migraine. You know what I'm saying? They do the CAT scans and other scans and stuff. I'm like in and out of consciousness. They come back running in the room. Like, it's one lady about to discharge me, and then there's another lady, she come running in the room like, oh my God, you're bleeding from the brain. We're about to airlift you out of here right now.
Wow.
So now, you know what I'm saying, wifey, she over there looking like she about to start crying. Well, she did start crying. You know what I'm saying? All I could think about was like, damn, this how G about to go out.
Yeah.
This how I'm about to go out. I'm like, damn.
I might die.
So, you know, they put me on the helicopter and all that shit. They was like, yo, you ever been on a helicopter? I'm like, nah, because, you know, they do their fast spiel and all that.
Take
I'm
me,
like,
nigga, go.
I'm like, nah, You know what I'm saying? They like, all right, boom, we're going to give you something, relax you, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, this how I'm about to go out on the helicopter right here. Don't think about that, man, you're good, blah, blah, blah. And then they give me something, and then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the story go, because I'm out. I don't remember
You don't
nothing.
remember that shit.
But the story go, you know what I'm saying? They get me there to Rochester, and I end up getting Dr. Bender, the top neurologist, you know what I'm saying, on the East Coast right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that.
How come y'all don't talk about him talking with his hands?
You know what I mean? So, but look, because I get that shit from you, OG.
I don't be resting my shit on my stomach, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah, they
that.
be out here.
Yeah, you do.
But,
you got enough stomach, though.
So look,
You know what I
right?
mean?
So like unconsciously, you know what I'm saying? Like they stripped me out my jewelry and shit. And then, but like I wouldn't let go of this ring. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let go of this ring for whatever reason, unconsciously. You know what I mean? It's a cross on this joint too. So story go, he comes out, all my people get there and all that shit. He comes out the operating room. He's like, yo, every time I touch him, he bleeds more. It's gonna take nothing less than a miracle. I'm gonna have to do some inventive stuff. You know what I'm saying? She like, well, I know a miracle worker. Get yourself back in there. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Only thing I remember, bro, like, no bullshit. I put this on everything I love, G. I'm at a black house. I'm knocking at this joint. You feel me? I'm knocking on this black house. You know what I'm saying? Obliviously, too. I'm like, why the fuck am I knocking at this door? You know what I'm saying? I see lightning and shit hitting in the sky, but you can't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I say I'm on the other side. You feel me? I'm knocking at death's door. You know what I mean? So it was like, it's like a window right here next to the door, and whatever's coming down the steps is like these steps, evil ass steps coming down to it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what the fuck is coming down these stairs? I don't know, but I'm still knocking. You
His
feel me?
nephew.
He said his nephew.
That shit real, bro.
So look.
Let that nigga talk. Nah, man. Y'all niggas playing with this nigga talk, man. This nigga won't play the joke. This nigga telling some real shit, bro.
So look. So you know what I'm saying? Before whatever was going, you know what I'm saying, open that door. Jed already know the story, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I know it. But that nephew.
That's real.
It
Let
was
this
crazy.
nigga talk, man.
Before whatever was going to open that door, bro, I kid you not, gang. Like, and I ain't gonna hold you. This shit changed my life because y'all know I used to be rugged, bro. Like, bro, like the brightest white in Gold Road, bro. Like, you know how you hook a nigga? No, Diddy. You hook a motherfucker arm like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's what happened, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that body, that enormous body of whoever it was, bro, they came and grabbed me. Boom, come on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Right before whatever was going to open that door. Now, I'm gone. Snap a finger, I'm gone. Now I see in the distance, I'm Golden Gates, sun shining, clouds, bro. It's like a city behind these golden gates.
How did you
gang.
feel in that moment physically?
Bro, in the moment, bro, it's like you numb. It's like you air. It felt like air, bro. And it's crazy because like when I'm in front of this, bro, I'm like, nah. And you start to realize, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, that's, and then I'm like,
that's heaven.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah,
look,
man.
so look, by this time, I'm like, so now I'm realizing, I'm like, what? Oh, I feel an enormous body next to me, bro. Like, tall as whatever, bro. I try to look over. I try to, like, look up, bro. I only get to, like, the elbow of the robe was over my head. You feel me? So I get to the elbow of the robe, probably I'm gone, bro. And I'm waking up for the first time in the ICU. You know what I'm saying? 50 across my face. You know what I'm saying? 50 staples and stitches across my head and face. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, everybody around me praying, bro. He put 5 titanium clips in my brain, bro. He ain't never. I'm a guinea pig, bro. I'm literally a case study now. He uses me as a case study to teach other doctors. You know what I'm saying? How to deal with a crazy situation.
How has that situation affected how you move as an adult now?
But I ain't gonna hold you. You see, I'm sweating just telling this shit, bro. Like,
It's real life, man.
I ain't
Go
gonna
through
hold
some
you,
real
gang.
shit.
Like,
Some real shit
you know what I'm saying?
happened.
I was living in probably like the most ruggedest time in my life, gang. Like doing wild, extra crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that shit changing.
Shit, I'm proud of you.
This
my
man
nigga.
right
I'm proud of
here,
you,
this man right here had a near-death experience, and that's why I'm telling niggas that you niggas is joking about that shit.
I was
But
gone.
niggas ain't trying to.
You know what's crazy?
Niggas ain't trying to pick up on it.
I can't even
Like-
call his situation a near death. I think it's a
I was gone, gang. I was gone.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. So
I was gone.
rather than
'Cause I
focus
did.
on
I
what this
flatted.
nigga talking about, like yo, word,
I
like
flatted one time.
the
You know what I'm saying? They said I flatted.
visions and all the shit that nigga talking about, that shit real.
Crazy.
Like nigga, you close to death. That's the closest.
And you know what's crazy?
That's the
bro?
closest you ever gonna be to God.
I'ma tell
Or
you
you
the-
might have met God or
Yeah.
any type
I'ma
of
tell
shit
you
how I
that
feel.
niggas can never
I'm gonna tell you the flip side of that.
imagine that
I feel
shit.
like
ever.
you've met God.
Ever.
That's
and
a fact,
spiritually
bro.
in
That's
a
fact.
place where
And I ain't
none of
gonna
us
lie.
can go.
Like, I ain't gonna lie. After that, bro, I felt that's probably the closest time I ever felt to God, bro. Like really, like you know what I'm saying.
A nigga
Like,
that
I
probably
feel like
don't
I'm
even
walking
care
with it. You know what I'm
about
saying?
that never really was.
Nah, he is religious. He
Yeah,
is
he was
religious.
That's a
before.
fact.
Okay.
He
all right,
is.
my
Yeah,
bad.
I'm
My
gonna tell you the
bad.
flip side to
No
that, though, real
assumptions,
quick.
no
I
My
ain't-
bad.
you know
My
what I'm
bad.
saying?
I
I ain't gonna get too crazy with it, but I'm gonna tell you the flip side to that, bro. Like, I ended up getting like, cause I was in 3 ICUs, so I was in the top ICU where I couldn't do nothing. They wouldn't even let me see my face. They were scared I was gonna code out. But by the
If you
time I
seen
got,
what you looked like, type
yeah,
shit.
you know what I'm saying. They wouldn't let me have no phone calls or nothing, bro. Like, cause they didn't think I was gonna make that shit. You know what I'm saying. The first week I was supposed to code out and die, bro. But I got dropped down to like a tier 2 or tier 3 ICU or whatever, and I ended up being in the room with somebody, and this older dude, he was an older cat, and
Black or white?
Black dude.
Oh shit.
And he had a brain aneurysm too.
What'd he
You know what
say
I'm
to
saying?
you?
And he was giving me mad game, bro, just on life game, like shit. You be so concerned with. It's out of your control, man. Fuck
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like live for what you can live for.
Yeah,
right now, in
man.
the most positive
Jetta.
way possible.
That's some
You know what
real
I'm saying?
shit.
So like it was just
Nasty.
funny. Like
Fuck,
I
nigga, what
felt like
is
God
this?
put that nigga in.
Yeah.
Put it. You know what I'm saying? Like
I tell you what, if you believe
Yeah,
in
that shit
God, right?
nasty.
God works in your life 24 hours a day. So it might be the little things. This is how it used to be in my life. Like the little things that used to happen, I would never give God credit for it. But it would be something as simple as me getting a flat tire.
Yeah.
You're mad when you get a flat tire, but it may have prevented some other shit from
Like
happening.
a whole accident.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then you find out later that your brakes and rotors are so fucked up that the shit could have snapped at any given time. I've been through mad shit like that. That's why I don't stress about shit. I don't worry about shit. It is the way it's supposed to be. I believe in God every day, all day. I pray every day, and my faith is super strong. Regardless.
You know, the hard part about all of it, you know what I'm saying? And P, I understand what you're saying. We was there to support him through all of this. So I can
Well,
laugh.
you already knew the story.
Yeah.
I ain't know.
Yeah,
So this is me hearing it the first time.
Nah,
Nigga,
nah.
I want to hear this
Nah,
shit, nigga.
So when he
Fuck,
was going through this,
I can't say I was there to support him through it though, but making his music, I got to hear every bit of intimate.
I want to hear this shit. So this is like.
And that's what I was about to say, bro.
There's nothing
Like,
against.
they
It's
said-
nothing against
you
nobody.
pressing
I
me
just
for
wanted to hear.
mixes.
I
I'm
thought
sitting
you
here
was
listening
joking
to
around
shit
and
like-
clowning. I'm like, nah. I want to hear. I want to hear this.
But look,
Yeah.
though,
I want to
this is
hear
the
what this
crazy shit
nigga
too,
his
though, right?
near death experience
Bro, they
is
said
going
I
through.
wouldn't-
Like
bro,
I
they
want to
said
hear.
would
I
never
wanted
be
to
the
hear
same,
that.
gang. They said I would never be the same, bro.
You said that too.
You know what I'm saying? They said I wouldn't do music again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They said I wouldn't do shit the same again.
Yeah.
And honestly, I could say, bro, like, the only thing that's changed, bro, is just a couple of little mental lapses, remembering things. But other than that, gang, it's still
You went through some shit where you seen
a better version of me.
You seen some shit nobody. You seen some shit nobody will ever see. Like you seen some shit nobody ever
So
see.
P, how you so I don't mind talking about my whole shit. That's why I throw it out whenever I can. I might start doing my own light channel on the whole multiple sclerosis shit because I want to educate people on where I come from, what I go through, and ways to help themselves. But I got mad lesions on my brain. You know what I'm saying? So when my shit fires off incorrectly, you've seen it mad times where my shit just be like, and I be saying shit, my shit is slow. I might not connect words the way that I normally would.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about that shit. I remember that one time when we was at your sister's boyfriend's crib on that side street off of Washington Bridge.
McGee.
It was years ago, but I was going through some shit and it was a bad relapse that I had, and I just had got my steroid, and I walked over there, and when I walked over there, I think Blaze was there, maybe you, and him, I don't know, but I remember I shouldn't have probably even left the crib. Liz was telling me like, baby, you should sit in the house, and I was like, nah, I got this, being stubborn, nigga, like I gotta get out the house and go. But in hindsight, I was so fucking out of it that I shouldn't have left, and it's my brain. When your brain is fucked up, I don't care how strong you are physically or spiritually. When your brain is fucked up, nothing else works.
That's a whole fact, man.
Word.
That's a fact.
When I lost my leg, after a little while, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I prepared. I had money, shoebox money stacked up to make sure that my family was gonna be financially good. You know what I'm saying? Because as a provider, that's a big thing for me.
What you do.
You know what I'm saying? But once that money started to get low, you know what I'm saying? Davita was, you know what I mean? I'm looking at Davita and Vita looking at me like, what? And I said, nah. I said, baby, I gotta go outside.
Real shit.
She said, what you mean? I said, exactly what I said, sweetheart. This is what we gonna do. You got to allow me to go outside for a couple hours a day to make sure, you know what I'm saying? And
Touch the ground, nigga.
you know, and that's in the hard
Shoes
part.
off, touch the ground.
But you know the hard part with your situation, the hard part with Cap's situation, the hard part with my situation, the hard part with nephew's elephantitis of his hand is,
You know what's funny? I think the important aspect to pinpoint is that everybody in this room has a situation.
that's where I was going.
How do you get through that motherfucker though?
Even young boy,
PTSD,
even
gang.
young boy.
How you get through those tough situations?
But what I was saying is we support each other through all of these
the
situations.
people around you.
Because my situation is different from everybody else's and vice versa with everybody, but we're all going through something, and that's the connecting point of it, is us to be able to say, well, I'm not going through what you're going through, but I can help you understand that we all have to make changes and sacrifices because growth and change is uncomfortable.
I'm gonna tell you
It
one
is.
thing that
It
we
is,
all
bro.
went through. I'm gonna tell you one thing. We all went through one thing.
Hold that for 1 sec. I just want to say this real quick. Change is uncomfortable. I think that's the hard part about me with this abrupt transition that I have to make, because I haven't had to make an abrupt transition in a long time because I've always been steady in everything I do. So I might not even have to rush to create another income source that quick, but it's uncomfortable for me to be in this position. It's like, what the fuck do I do? Do I force one? Do I hustle extra? Do I start doing sessions again? Or, you know what I mean? Like, But I appreciate that position I'm in because I'm a hustler. Like, and it'll be what it is.
It's crazy
You'll,
'cause I feel like
it'll come
therapy's
into
a thing,
play
bro.
with, you know what I'm saying? You'll figure that shit out. And the type, you know what I mean?
I really believe.
What I was just gonna say was like we all go through crazy shit, right? We all been through some fucked up shit. But one thing in common is we all had a support system. You know, that's all I was gonna go with it. Like we all had some people that we can rely on and some people that's gonna steer us in the right way when we going through some fucked up shit. Like, you know what I mean?
This shit is therapy, bro.
You good?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know you had some people. I know you had your girl with you.
Yeah.
You had your girl with you. I had y'all with you. I had you with you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we all had somebody.
have somebody.
Like Hoodie had somebody with him when he went through his shit. Like
It's
we
just
all
them
go
nights,
through
bro.
our shit.
I ain't gonna lie, it just be them lonely nights sometimes, bro. When you thinking back on shit where that get to you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact, nigga. When I was going
Like,
through
bro,
my,
whenever I go to the booth, bro, like more often than not, bro, like no bullshit, bro. I'll cry in the booth, bro, when I'm spitting.
Yeah, we've been there a few times, bro.
Many
Like
times,
more than
bro.
one
That
or
shit be
two.
real,
It
and I'm
just
That means you gotta release more.
what I'm
You gotta
saying?
release to somebody. You gotta talk. You gotta let that shit out.
Yeah.
That means you gotta release to somebody. You have to be able to release.
now that's what
your,
he does.
Your
It's-
pain.
it's-
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Because
You
you know-
releasing it in the booth.
Yeah.
But there's people that there's probably sometime that you could release to somebody too. You know what I mean? Like.
Now he literally. So you're saying there's probably. It's almost like you're trying to give him some advice. Like
Yeah,
this
like-
concept.
like-
But
like-
what I'm saying is
yeah.
this is
Yeah,
literally
that's
what he
his-
does.
his therapy.
So when he hits me, it's like, OG,
It's his therapy.
I gotta get in the booth. I need
Yeah.
to get in the stew. I gotta
it's your
get this
therapy.
out.
Yeah.
So it's clear that that's what it is.
That's
when he
his
comes.
therapy. Yeah.
Um,
That's his way to getting it out.
And there, a lot of the times, there shouldn't even be anybody else in the studio the days he doesn't bring anybody because those are the days where he literally will cry in the booth about the subject matter at hand, which will have me fucked up at the engineering booth. But I'm like feeling strong too. Like the nigga feels confident enough in me
say
to
this
record
shit,
him
yeah.
and to make it sound the best it can possibly sound. So yeah, I'll have a breakdown moment where my my talkback mic will be turned off and shit. But then it's like, let's go. How you feeling in there, my G? You good?
Yeah.
All right, you know, take your time. Take your time. We good.
you know, but that's the most. I think out of this specific conversation, the most important thing that we all can come out of this with is exactly what I said. Change and growth is uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But it's a necessary factor of life. You know what I mean? 'Cause no matter what we're going through, you get mad at me when we always say wives or this or that, and I understand that.
I don't get mad. I just be joking, bro.
No, I understand that.
I
but
think
what
a
I'm
part
saying
of you is really.
But what I'm
like-
saying is, it's still change
You
and
wanna
growth
smack
is
the shit out of
uncomfortable.
them.
Because look at how far you've come from where you was at.
Real
you know what
talk,
I'm saying?
bro.
And it's been uncomfortable and it's been hard, but look at how you're persevering through and you're pushing through.
Yeah, what's crazy is the only thing we should be comfortable with is change because it's literally the only constant
Yeah.
in life.
Word up.
We
You know,
know, like my 16-year-old self is not the same self that I am as a 45-year-old person. And the
Yeah.
motherfuckers that say,
Yeah.
"Yo, you'll never change," is a fucking
Nah,
lie.
I've changed like a motherfucker.
A
man.
motherfucker, you a motherfucking lie, bro.
Boy, niggas
That's a
better be happy
motherfucking
I haven't
lie.
changed, you heard?
But it is the people that don't change that's the dangerous ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stay stuck in
That's the
sociopathy
dangerous.
or
That's the dangerous.
psychopathy or-
That's a dangerous motherfucker. If you don't change and you know what I'm saying, you never grow, you never learn from what the fuck is going on in the world. You a dangerous motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Let me play this one video before we get the fuck out of here. Sir, you don't have a wife yet. You're going to have one eventually. And what we are doing, this is training for you to make sure you pick the right partner.
Facts.
Because if you had, picture if you had a wife that was a straight bitch that we felt wasn't good for you. What the fuck do you think we would all do? Look at your dad. Nah, sir, she ain't for you.
I wouldn't say nothing.
I would. I'm not holding
I would
back.
know.
Fuck that.
Nah, I'd know.
That's what I'd like to hear. So that's what the training.
I'm not gonna lie. I already went through that. Really,
had a
Like,
weird
last couple
experience or
weeks. Yeah.
bad or like.
It was a bad experience.
Well, talk to us about
You
that.
and your
if you don't
boyfriend?
mind.
Huh?
You and your boyfriend?
All right,
Yo,
you acting
yo,
crazy,
chill,
Mr.
nigga.
Gout.
Nah,
All
let
right,
him
calm
go.
down.
Chill.
Let him
My
go.
son ain't gay, nigga.
Jetta, let him
If
go.
he
Gout.
was, I
Let
wouldn't
him-
give a fuck. But at the same time, nigga,
Jetta,
Relax, bro.
you my bro. You call me. I'm the first nigga there for war.
Put nephew to this table. That nigga ready to jump the table.
yeah, like
That
nigga, hold up,
nephew was
nigga.
stuffy with his belly
You trying to
button and
open up?
walk
You
over
trying to
at
make
you.
him seem gay, nigga? He not gay. If he is, I don't
Y'all
give a
niggas
fuck.
are sensitive
but
today,
At the same
bro.
time, nigga, I know you not.
Guys, respectfully, can I have 10 seconds? You know that if you call me, I'll be first, and I'll leave last, even prior.
All
You
day,
out of
regular.
here. I'm making sure you gone.
Yeah.
So, sir being here, this is the perfect training ground for him to be able to deal with shit like that. Because the world outside of here is going to be a little more brutal. So let him take the punches in here so he can learn how to fight
Yeah,
back.
take the punches, but still,
And
nigga.
we respect
He not
if he-
gay, motherfucker.
I'll take the punches.
Shut
I'll
the
throw it
fuck
back.
up.
Trust.
That shit, nigga.
I'll swing back.
If he, I don't know if he is or not, nigga. I'm saying this shit. That's my
love you,
fucking
and that's
boy,
all
nigga. I don't give a
that
fuck.
matters.
That nigga
Hey,
is a
hey.
high honor student, nigga. I don't
Yes
give
or
a
no?
fuck about none of that.
I'm still
shit.
going off in sports and in school.
Real
Yes,
shit, real
nigga.
shit.
Do what you got to fucking do.
Yo, Jetta, stop
Fuck
being
COVID,
emotional
nigga.
today.
Fuck Confederate racist COVID.
So let me play this. That song was dope, right?
Yeah.
All that-
Actually, you know what? Let's play it
That's
again.
gonna be. That's what we're gonna play at the end of this.
We're gonna end the show with it.
We're gonna end the show with
All
it.
right. So let me play.
We all
this.
screaming "Gout" at the end of it too.
Gout.
That's fucked up. No.
Nigga.
Gout on, gout on, gout.
I'm here with my son, nigga. We fighting to the death.
Gangrene, nigga.
Gout on, gout on, gout. Gout on, gout on.
With a mix of gangrene, nigga. I'm gonna be in the background saying that. I'm gonna be the ad lib. With a mix of gangrene, nigga.
Yo, if I ever skip an episode, it's because I don't want y'all niggas to know.
I said
shit
that in the
about
rap
me,
too. I
man.
said
Fuck
nephew.
that.
I said something about nephew with the gout toe.
What song was that?
I remember. I was on a song with nephew. We was going back and forth.
Oh shit! He said it on a song with him.
We was
Yeah.
going back and forth on the verse.
With him?
We're going back and forth on a verse, and I said something. Nephew.
Oh, that
something,
Robin
something-
Thicke joint.
Nephew something with the gout toe.
Super pie shit.
That's
As long as I got my soup and pie.
With a mix of gangrene, nigga.
Yo. All right. So this one is it's basically a wife. It's a TikTok or Instagram, one of them that refuses to say thank you.
Fucking bitch.
Here we go.
We ain't even start the
I thought he
video.
was gonna say fuck Trump.
Oh, he next.
For sure, I'm not going to thank him for changing the diaper. I'm not going to thank him for cleaning a toilet. I'm not going to thank him for making the bed. I'm not going to thank him for doing any of the things that just come with living in a house. Like, if he would have to do it, if I didn't live here, like if he lived by himself and that was still a required task, I'm not saying thank you. That is just part of existing in a functioning home.
I'm not sure where this line of thought came from, that if we say thank you or show any type of gratitude, that we are enabling lazy men and that we will end up receiving less. Ladies, that is not how men work. And could you imagine if a man took the same line of thought and he decided he would no longer praise you for caring for your children, for making dinner, or for doing housework? Men are results driven, which is why gratitude, even for the small things, goes a long way.
Facts.
I thought you said she slides out usually every video.
Fuck them bitches.
Oh shit.
She slid. You ain't catch it. Like this.
Is this a totally different video?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the next one that I ain't get to play. Yeah. So how you guys feel about that whole thank you and your wife or significant other saying thank you for basic
That's
things that
important,
you
man.
do?
That's important, man. Like when I'm not in a relationship, but that's important, man. Like men need that shit. Like men are undervalued sometimes emotionally. That's a fact. That's why we so fucked up. That's why we fucked up, man. You know what I mean? If you're female, if your other partner is not showing you what you need and not giving you what you need, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
And
gonna piggyback off that and
you
say,
fuck around and turn into a mass shooter. You know what I mean? Never
the
know.
craziest shit about
or
that
just
though is
a male whore. I mean, like,
I don't know.
You ain't gotta shoot.
the
Shit.
craziest shit about that though is, bro, women will hear that, bro, and still not put nothing forth or no action to it.
Yeah.
And still, it's almost like taking accountability, bro.
Yeah.
Like
I understand where she comes
Bitches
from.
don't take accountability. I ain't gonna say bitches. Women, a lot of women don't take accountability. Period.
We gotta be careful because a lot of women do. So the fucked up part is, until you experience it, you don't know that it exists, right?
Yeah, it's hard, bro.
So there was a point in time where even with my wife, she didn't take accountability for a lot of shit, and it caused mad riff and drama within our relationship.
You had to mold that though, because that's the crazy part. But the average female in the fucking galaxy or the fake reality that they live in.
Yo, you got the camera on him? He said.
The fake ass reality. They live in a world. They live in a world, bro.
Yeah.
We train them from the how they grow up. We're like, you're the most beautifulest thing in this world, and we mold them to live in this fucked up reality, bro. And that's just what it is. If you really think about that shit, how we train and raise our dog, we mold them.
You got to say leadership though. How we lead them.
It's
not necessarily training. It's because I was a 50-50 leader where I was good at leading at certain things at one point, but I was also riding the fence on being a good man. Like, I was like, it not just like stepping outside of our relationship, but I was just like on some fuck it shit. Like, if things aren't the way I want them to be, I'm on some fuck it shit. The minute that I aborted that way of thinking and I chose to be a good leader, that's when things started to change. So I used to blame her for certain things. Now it's like, I was a bad fucking leader at one point in time. I can accept that.
Yeah.
And if I'm not, and if I wasn't, then somebody would have to convince me and prove me otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I was doing. I know how it played a part. Yes, the communication on her part wasn't great. She never stepped out on me, though. She never messed with anybody else. She never gave herself to anybody else. I am what she knows. You know what I'm saying? But I still chose to do things that compromised our relationship.
You're a man, though. And I feel like men are a lot different than females, bro.
We are.
They're way more
We are.
emotional.
Your camera ain't on again.
It broke.
We are.
It's turned off.
This nigga.
Damn, nigga, I forgot what I was gonna fucking say now.
But yo, Cap, so
Look, here's my camera.
Probably has to be plugged in for it.
No, it works, nigga.
No, I'm saying for it.
He turned that shit off.
Probably has to stay plugged in.
There we go.
I think if we specific,
Thank you, Jerm.
ashy ass hand.
Ashy ass motherfucker.
I think
hand.
that
Black
if we're gonna
gorilla
specifically
ass
talk,
nigga.
if we're gonna specifically talk about the video, I think it's important to note that number one, she was holding the baby, so I would assume that that's her baby with the man that she's talking about. So, in specific to the video, this is who she is. So this is who he married. So this is who he chose to be with. So this is his choice. I think it's important to note that we all have a choice on who we want to be with and the characteristics that where we put ourselves in. Yeah, as a man, we might not be perfect. And we know as a woman that they might not be perfect. But at the end of the day, it takes an imperfect man and an imperfect woman to work together 100 and 100 to be able to make, you know what I mean, a perfect relationship work. And there is no perfect relationship. But at the end of the day, like I said, I say 100 because when the woman is going through some shit and she only got 30% to give, the man has to take up that 70% to make 100 and vice versa. So if everybody's giving 100% effort, you're always operating at 100% together because you're going to be able to take up for whatever that your significant other isn't given.
I would say strictly based on what the video said. I get where she's coming from. She's basically from the standpoint that you shouldn't be applauded for doing things that you're supposed to do in everyday life. But what she failed to realize is that what she's withholding is appreciation.
Yeah.
That's where she's fucking up at. Like, a dude has to feel appreciated or he's not going to want to keep doing this shit.
Yeah,
Word up. When I work a 16-hour shift, when I used to work doubles and shit, my wife probably wouldn't even be up when I get home. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? When I go in that kitchen, there would be a note. Hey, babe, their plate is in the microwave. I brought you a snack upstairs or whatever.
That's love.
But I'm going to come home to a plate in the microwave and sit so I can come home and eat. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's appreciation. when I would get up a little bit after her and I would come downstairs and she started the coffee pot and my coffee was already ready and she might have had time to make a little bit of breakfast.
That's the thing my wife
Gestures,
major
bro.
on. She wants me to make her coffee because she says I make the best coffee, right?
But you just put your hand in the hot water?
You racist bastard.
That was a good one.
I just drop a...
What you doing coming to the podcast with no shoes on, B?
He's wearing white socks.
Now, you fucked me up with that one because I was like, she does like darker colors.
Damn.
Fuck. That's one of the things that it goes without even speaking about. Like, I know what she likes. I know what she wants. I do it for her. And she catches me off guard sometimes when I do it for her. And she says, oh, thank you. You make the best coffee. And then I'm like, but let you slip up once a year and not make the coffee. Then she's going to remind you politely that I just love it when you make the coffee for me because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an appreciation for...
today?
Listen, it's an appreciation for little things because she prepares my meals every week, and there's never been one time I haven't said, thank you, I appreciate you, oh, this is good. And we're even to the point that if something doesn't taste the way I'd like it to taste, I can communicate that to her and why, and she'll adjust it. Like, that's a different level of communication and love and relationship. She knows it's not me trying to make her feel bad. It's like,
this ain't it, babe. I'm
I
sorry.
think it's just like the give a fuck, bro. The give a fuck about the aspect about a relationship or interaction between two people who try to hold a relationship. Just the showing of I give a fuck.
how much do you actually give a fuck?
I mean, because appreciation isn't just words.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actions. You know what I'm saying? And I think the actions is the biggest because, you know what? I don't need my daughter to say thank you, Daddy, that I got lights and I got internet and I got this. I don't need that. But you know what I know that I appreciate? I appreciate when she... I appreciate when she comes home last week and say, you know what, Daddy, I got accepted to the National Junior Honor Society. You know what I'm saying? I'm an honor roll student. You know what I mean?
That's
I got
the hard part.
I got
too,
the lead
being
in my
an adult.
dance.
Like, I don't recall my kids saying thank you as much as I would have liked them to, but like you said, you also know that they express that in a different way.
Nigga, I wish you could pan the camera up a little bit and it has a fucking Harvard dad shirt on. You know what I'm saying? That's the thank you where you can sit here and you can talk about when we talk about how when your daughter came home and she's telling you all the things
I was so the day she FaceTimed me, and I think I told the story a couple times, not to get into it, but so she never used to like the FaceTime with me, and I would always try to FaceTime with her, and she wouldn't answer the FaceTime, which is the video chat. And she would call me on the regular phone. So I was literally leaving here one day, taking out the garbage, right? And she FaceTimed me. So I was in the elevator when the FaceTime started ringing, but because the internet connection was so fucked up in the elevator, it didn't connect immediately.
Hey, that's gonna fall.
Facts.
Yeah, turn it over just a little bit, bro. What?
The camera gonna fall.
Move
It's
towards the
moving.
camera first and then think later. First thing you should do is act. Because we might be in Al Qaeda one day. We might be in Al Qaeda or in Horseheads fucking with Trump. He might turn this into World War III in the United States.
Nah, the camera is slipping. When you
Nigga,
tried to
if
move
got,
it,
if I got to get up from my goddamn comfortable ass,
because look at how tight
just
the.
stand
It's
right
not,
there. He gonna tell the story and we gonna get up out of here. Finish the story. You can stand right there, Jetta.
It's not what the fall, nigga.
All right.
There's slack right there.
It went from Harvard dad to just dad.
Literally, we.
Sick of this shit.
Nah, so I was taking the garbage out, and I told you she didn't like the FaceTime, what have you. So she hit me on FaceTime, and I had to drop one of the bags to answer the FaceTime on my phone because she never does that. And I was like, what the fuck? So when I answered it, she was crying. As soon as I seen her crying, I was already in, I'm about to kill whatever the fuck I need to kill mode because she never does that. The world was about to change that day, literally. Tears. She said, Daddy, I got in. I said, what you mean? She was like, I got into Harvard. I dropped the other bag and dropped on the floor. There was liquid in there, all type of shit. Shit was spilling on the floor.
That nigga had mad piss bottles in there.
Yo, what if Steve sees this, dude? What if Steve sees this? You're fucked up. You're a bad friend, man. I would have told y'all after the
Edit it out.
Turn on the white voice too. You're a bad friend. Listen, bro.
You could have asked me after the pod. I would have explained it. I don't hold things back, but you just put it on YouTube, man.
That nigga turned it from Cap to Chad. He's like, listen here, bro.
Hey, bro.
Not Chad, chat.
Chat.
That nigga named Kip. All right, Kip. Come on, buddy.
Yo, Jed, let me get the camera for 4 seconds.
Kippy on the great.
Kippy on the great.
Shit.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Damn.
Hold up.
That nigga
from the streets to the porch.
Yo, change the topic. Let's
cul-de-sac.
Yeah, it was a good day though.
Kip from the cul-de-sac.
And just to shout out my younger son Tone, he's going to Molloy University. He put in the work. I got a story behind that.
Is that
too,
West
but
Coast?
It's in Long Island.
Dope. Hell yeah.
But he's gonna get his bachelor's there. You know what I'm saying? So
Hell yeah.
I'm proud of him. I told him, I said, son, like I taught that. I don't give a fuck. I'm giving his mom all the credit she deserves, but I taught that nigga how to be a go-getter, relentlessly. The world is gonna throw things in front of you that you just don't agree with. They don't work in your favor. But if you show a child how to get past that in firsthand, they're gonna figure it out because their brains are better and more developed and they process differently than what we do. Point when I had him around me when I was videotaping for the B Mills dudes, I was getting paid a lot of money for videotaping those guys. They took care of me. But I was telling Tone at that time he wanted money to trade and do all this Bitcoin shit. I was like, if you want this, you have to ride with me, carry equipment, help me film. He's seen so much shit that forced his brain into hyperdrive. And I'm proud of him.
It's that influence of being a dad, bro. And that's the most thing you got to be proud of. Is
man.
Being there, being present. Like, that's a lot of what me and you never had, bro.
We didn't have that.
And that just shows you, like, look where you went to prison.
Yeah.
I went to prison.
Yeah.
How many other niggas like us without no father that we know?
So many, man.
That we know. They ain't have to go to prison, but there's been some fucked up shit that happened to us, that happened to them, that happened to us. You know what I'm saying?
You speak on it. Like, I'm not trying to bring up your personal situation, but I can't say you were raised with a father. So what is it about you that makes you a responsible, solid, grown man?
My grandfather.
So
Raymond
influence.
Coven, yeah. The greatest man I ever met in my life, dude. He never missed a baseball game, football game, soccer game, basketball game. Rain, sleet, or snow, he was always there, bro.
There's no snow in Florida.
You know what's crazy? I played basketball every year of my life, structured for school, since middle school, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? My parents have never come to one game.
Damn.
I don't know what that feels like to have my mom or my dad at one game. Now,
I've been through that same shit.
Isn't it weird when you compare it to other people that are used to that? Or
Yeah.
I don't know what it feels like. You know what I'm saying? My niggas
it
came to my
hurts.
games.
It hurts.
Even if P and Ty Nitty was there, Roy was there, maybe a little drunk, high, whatever, but they was there. That's the only support that I've ever known. It was from my peoples, the family that I created throughout life. And I never knocked my mom for it because she had 5 boys. My dad, he was doing whatever. I would have loved to have him there, but I literally, as a 40-plus-year-old man, I would love to know what it feels like to have that. I'll never know.
But even having somebody there, it's not the same as a father, man.
Yeah.
It's like that father is gonna be there. Like, I had people there. My mom came there. She was there sometimes. Like, most of the time, she was there.
Yeah.
But having a father is needed. I don't give a fuck what culture, what family, any type of successful type of family figure, every family structure, you need that dad. You need that father, man. You need that father, and that's what's fucked up in our community, man. We don't have.
Maybe
the
that's why
fathers.
my boys
We
and my
fucked up,
daughter. Maybe
bro.
that's why they love me so much because I was there. Like I
You know
remember
what
at
I'm
one of
saying?
Juliet's soccer games, I was fucked up with the whole MS shit. I had to use my cane. I was being mad.
They
Like,
see
stubborn.
that
I
shit,
was
bro.
like, I don't want to go
They
to the
see
game
that
because I
shit.
don't want her to see me with this. My boys got to come with me. Liz was like, look.
They see
Either
that
you're gonna
shit.
go to her game, you're not gonna go to her game, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna bring that cane out." And
Yeah.
that shit was mad fucking embarrassing. But
You
at the
think they
same
don't see that
time-
shit?
Yeah.
They seen that shit.
Yeah.
They see our struggles. They see what the fuck we
But
do
they
for
see
them.
you there,
little
though.
shit,
They see
just
you
little
there.
shit.
You're there.
Every day. If they see you there, you're there. And just remember, like I could just remember when I was a kid growing up. I didn't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking other places to find that.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Even as a kid, you're
I'm looking
for
for
it.
that.
I don't think
in
you
the
need
streets.
the father. You just need a positive real somebody to play that role.
I would beg to differ. I
The
think,
father is
so I
needed,
had-
bro.
I had positive
because
influences like my
you,
coach.
I ain't gonna just point out you, bro, but if you look into your life, you could be like, I could have used that.
Yeah.
I had it though. I had it in my grandfather.
You had it, but it's to me. I don't want to. I can't discredit you and say you're wrong because I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I had positive male influences, but
Me
it
too.
wasn't my father. Now, my father was there when I got cut from the All-Star team in 8th grade because I was being an asshole and I was arrogant and I was talking shit. And my coach was like, I was a starter too, and they used to tell me, stop saying this, stop doing that. I was being mad, like arrogant.
Niggerish.
Talk
I was
that
gonna
shit.
say that.
So they told me to stop. I didn't listen because I knew the value I had on the All-Star team, right? And then the last day of tryouts, they called me in the office, and my dad was in there. He has never been there for any game, any practice, none of that. He never came to any of my games, but I don't even know how they got in touch with the nigga to come to the fucking last day of tryouts, but they did. They sat me down, and because I resort back to what I said earlier, I had a fear and respect for him that when they were telling me about it, I didn't even dare to base up, argue, none of that. In hindsight, they knew that shit, that they needed somebody in that office that would hold me back or to prevent me from wilding out because I was a fucking arrogant ass kid, man.
I had that too in them. So with the thing I would say is the difference is like you said you had coaches and things like that.
Yeah.
They're not with you 24/7.
Yeah.
You leave practice, you leave the game, you go home.
Good point.
They're not at the crib with you.
Good point.
He was always there. So
Good
it
point.
was constant.
Yeah. Very
But
good
it's
point.
different when you have a dad. And if you could look in retrospect, you don't have. You
I would
never.
say how do you know?
Because
I don't know. That's why I said good point. Like
I'm just saying because I know because I'm raising a kid right now and I'm a dad.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm
you
raising.
didn't have a dad. But you're speaking from your kid's perspective, not from P's perspective.
Because I'm just.
you got to give it up. That's a good point. That's
I'm
why.
I'm giving up. Okay, so are you saying? My pushback to you is: are you saying that you couldn't have been a better person with a positive, your real dad in your life?
I think what he's saying is that he had an influence that wasn't his dad, and it was actually a good influence that helped him. And what I was saying is I didn't have that. What he said was every day, all day. So I was correlating it to having a coach or somebody that was there sporadically or every so often when I needed them. That's not the same as having somebody in house. I don't know what that feels like, so I can't even.
So I would associate it like this real quick, and it's not a dad, but it's the same situation. I was raised with my dad, right?
Yeah.
But as a man, as a boy, a lot of us, mama's boys. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But my mom was here.
Yeah.
I was raised with my dad, but I didn't miss no motherly love because my stepmom Mary Kay was there and she didn't treat me no different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I never missed a mother's love. So it wasn't my mom,
I see what you mean.
but it was still
It's a good
someone that
supplementation.
fitted there to fulfill that role.
Damn,
so
that's deep.
P, I get what you saying.
That's all I was saying.
But what he's saying is correct because at the end of the day, you don't have a dad, and you talk about the importance of a dad,
Yeah.
and I understand that. he didn't have his dad, but his grandfather fulfilled that dad role to the fullest. So it doesn't make a can you say does it make a difference?
Yeah.
You can say that, but at the same time, a man, because I'm a stepfather and I raised my daughter since she was 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? And she'll tell you that, this is my dad, but this is my dad. You know what I'm saying? So
it's almost one of them times where you gotta, like I said earlier, like I don't know. So I mean, I had a stepdad, but it's not the equivalent. Like he was a crackhead, and
I had a stepdad that was an alcoholic, so
it
we
wasn't a responsible. Like you explained your grandfather, in the way you're a stepfather. It's not the same, so I can't even act like I know.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
look, and what was your relationship with your mom? Like everything plays like there's a whole lot of shit that plays into effect.
I think with that one, it's more so the fatherly or man influence in
was
what you
fulfilled.
provided. Yeah, because the mother is actually separated from that. I can't put the mother in that equation because it's only about the position the grandfather played and the position you played as a stepfather, because that's totally separate from any other entity. It's the relationship I
was
have.
Was there a woman involved? Like, was there a...
But what I'm saying, the woman involved doesn't make a difference, because we're not talking about the mother involved. We're specifically you talking about we're specifically talking about fathers.
But
you
how?
said
But
father.
but one thing I'm gonna say is how the grandfather treated a woman. Like that's why I said it.
I don't think that has anything.
We're
to do
not
with
talking
it.
about relationships.
Because you can almost assume that there was, say there's no woman in the equation, and it was just the relationship the grandfather has with him,
yes,
or the relationship Hoodie had or has with his stepdaughter. There is no woman in that equation. It's all about the relationship and the parenting you did with that child. You can say influence from a woman, mother, whatever. Nah, because it's the direct relationship. I think a part of our situation is we don't know what that feels like.
That all plays a fact, though. What I'm saying is, okay, if he had a grandfather and he raised him, that grandmother, that stepmother, or whatever, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The mother, that plays into effect of how a man treats a woman in his life. Just
I think that's an assumption.
But what I'm saying,
just
Pete,
like he said, that woman that raised him, his stepmother that raised him, if he was treating that stepmom that raised him right and was abusing his stepmom and was like,
that's an assumption.
But
that's just natural. That's
but
science.
That's not what we're talking
that's
about.
science. If you witness certain things and you have like your household witness certain things,
but that's
and
not
you're
what
raising
we're
somebody,
talking about,
so how about
that's not assumption. That's science.
How about
that's psychology?
Hold on, 1 second.
You know what I'm saying?
Please, 1 second. How about we clearly expound on this, because this is a very interesting topic. So P, state what your stance on it is, and then let them state theirs.
Yeah, that's just psychology. I'm not saying they went
brief.
through it.
We'll keep it brief. Just state your stance on it.
I'm just saying, okay, they have a positive male figure. You could be all positive. You could be positive. But if you witness other things besides that positivity towards you, and you witness other things, you witness negative, you get positive feedback from you, but you witness other negative aspects, then you're going to pick up on those negative aspects. That's all I was saying. I don't know.
How does the woman play into the scenario you just
because
said?
He can have a male grandfather in the figure.
Yeah.
That's positive to him, he has a positive outlook on him.
Yeah.
But that same male positive figure to him is negative towards females, towards the people that in his life. Besides
so then
him,
he's not a positive role model.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen, the reason why I asked.
That's all I'm saying.
The reason why I asked to let's separate it and let him fully explain is because you guys have things to say. He has things to say, and I'm really trying to understand. And if you're done, we'll go to somebody else.
I'm done.
Is there anything you want to say?
I'm just saying, you could eat, I'll give some type of example. Real brief. I treat my kid the way I treat my kid. I treat my kids super good, right? but I have a step lady that comes over every once in a while that treats my kid good.
Yeah.
And he loves my step lady.
Yeah.
But sometimes around my kid, I beat that step lady, and he sees it, or she sees me put hands on that step lady.
Okay.
That's gonna have a negative impact on him, regardless of how she treats him. You get what I'm trying to say? She could be the world to him.
I am a little bit confused. I'm really trying to follow it.
I can tell you what he's
I
trying.
look. My kid. I love Deja, right? I have Deja as a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Right. But I have a step mom that say I'll say blase blah comes over and is good to Deja. Deja loves her.
Yeah.
Deja loves the stepmom.
Yeah.
Right. Treats Deja with the utmost respect.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I put hands on stepmom in front of my daughter, and she witnesses that. That is going to play a significant role in how my daughter views men and views relationships and just
So I
views
think
the world. That's all I'm saying.
We're gonna go to
That's
these
all I'm
guys'
saying.
perspective, but at this point, I'm
That
not,
shit is deep.
I'm not
That's
right.
all I'm saying.
I don't know if I'm wrong, but what I'm saying is I feel like what you're saying is separate. From
It
what they're saying
is
because there's no
and
correlation.
that's why I said
So we'll go to
Hoodie, that's all I'm saying.
Nephew, you want to expound on that?
Yeah, it's separate. Yeah, it went from the father figure to what the woman plays the role. It was two different issues.
It is. It is.
No, my grandfather he was married to my grandmother for 40-something years. But before I keep
That
it
shuts
brief.
that whole shit down.
You gotta let him talk though.
My bad. I apologize. I apologize.
Mercer's been trying to say something for like 48 minutes.
Oh no, we good, gang.
Nah, do your thing. He'll get it back. He know how to do that.
I ain't gonna hold you because like now I'm confused on the whole aspect. But if I'm hearing it right, how it was presented the first time, I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying, like my stepdad was one of the dopest, or he is one of the dopest. I'm speaking like past this, but is one of the dopest. You know what I'm saying? Like my real dad, I know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but bro, when I was on my deathbed, bro, like it was my stepdad who was over me praying and crying. You feel me? Like not my real dad, he ain't show up. You feel me? Like, so I think I got it right on y'all.
And that's because of the relationship you and him had directly.
Right, and he's been in
Nothing
my
else?
life since I was 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't never wavered or faltered, you feel me? Always been solid. You feel me? Like, so I think I got it right on y'all end though.
And so that's what I was trying to say, Pete, is I wasn't disagreeing with what you saying, but I was just saying, like, you brought up a specific point, and when we started talking about that specific point, you moved the bar.
I did.
And so that's why I kept on telling you, like, what you saying ain't making no sense on what we're talking. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Because if we were specifically talking about the male thing, and the only reason why I brought up my stepmom is because I was raised with my dad. I said, so my experience would have to be with my dad being a single dad and then me getting a stepmom and my stepmom holding it down just like my mom did. So that's why I brought up my stepmom, because I was raised with my pops. So I don't know what y'all are experiencing, but I can say in the experience, my mom was always there for me.
So there was no disconnection from you.
So y'all had you had a dad, had a dad and a mom. So you went and visited with your mom, like
visit, and then my mom had a husband.
Yeah.
So I would come to live. I would go visit my mom and my stepdad.
So it's like you're double fortunate. To be honest.
And so that's what I was saying. As far as like for me, I can't speak to the no dad.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was raised with my dad, and then my dad got married to my stepmom. My mom lived here in Elmira,
You just
but
transferred
we
the
lived
roles,
in
that's
Buffalo.
all.
Yeah, so I just transferred the roles of saying for me, you know what I mean? But that's the only reason why I brought up my mom. But I was saying to your point was, yes, dads are important.
Yeah.
Yes, we are important. You know what I mean? And then to expand on your second point, yes, the way that a man treats a woman is important. But your first point was a dad being present, and that role would have nothing to do with how they treat the women or how they treat this, because at the end of the day, you know, you guys had moms, right? Was your mom perfect?
Of course not.
So to your point,
Perfect
your
to
dad.
me, but
what I'm saying is, to your point, your dad beating your mom or whatever you want, whatever example you want to use.
I
of
remember
them
picking my mom up at 12:01
from the jail
midnight when she finished her bid in the county jail.
So what I'm saying is nobody's perfect. So all of those correlations from your parent role matter just as much. So when you saying that it matters when your dad is beating the mom, it matters just as much as when your mom is doing drugs and making bad choices.
Yeah.
So it matters
That's
just as
what
much.
I experienced.
You know what I'm saying?
My
So
mom, she stabbed 2 of the individuals she was with my whole life. Like, one of them, I seen it with my own eyes as a kid. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So
he was chasing her. She did what she had to do, but still, that's some traumatic shit to put a kid through.
You know, so that's what and that's my point exactly. Is exactly what you're saying to correlate what he was saying. Like
separate.
It's separate.
What was the experience the dad had with the child?
Yes.
Or
So
the father figure.
With because nephew. His granddad was the dad, so that was his male figure.
Yeah.
You know,
Same fear that you had with your pops.
Yeah,
I had with my grandfather.
Real shit.
My stepdaughter, we have a different relationship than she has with her dad.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time when she had turned 21, she had went to the bar, right? So she was there with her dad, and me and Sharp, we pull up. Now we outside. And all we hear is yelling. You know, Ramsey's nigga, I want to see what's going on. You know what I mean? So we go in there and we see what's going on, and they yelling like they don't even know each other at each other. And he looked at me and was like, "Can you help me, please?" And she's like, "Oh, you need help." And then she turns around, she sees me, and she says, her eyes got big, and she just sat down because the expectations of what we created in our household was different than the expectations that he created with their relationship.
Yeah.
So my point was to say to you is it doesn't matter who that person is. It matters the relationship and the role that they play.
The relationship, because my wife is a stepmother to 2 of my kids, right? They love her as if she is their mother. I've never witnessed or experienced anything different. When they were younger, like little kids. But yeah, they the way it is now, like that's their stepmom, but we don't talk like in step terms. Like when they're at the house, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And
Yo, this one time, bro, me and my brother was fighting, and I threw him against a wall, and a trophy fell off the wall and hit my grandmother in the head. My grandfather kicked the fucking bedroom door down, bro.
Shit, man.
Both of us by the back of the neck, nigga. We looked at like we ain't never been so eyes this big, terrified. I swear to God, I will kill one of you motherfuckers, bro. Scared, and he's he was 6'4", 320.
Damn,
big dude.
But that
why you a little nugget of love?
I don't know, bro.
Ain't nothing little.
Ass Merce probably got something to do with my knees.
But that's what like I said, just to summarize the whole thing, I think parents matter. You know, I think the mother's love and the mother's nurturing and nature, I think that matters just as much as the dad's
discipline
and life lessons. You know what I'm saying? It matters equally because without either one of them, there's going to be a hole.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I don't want to say a father is more important. I'm not going to say a mother is more important. I'm going to say that the roles are equally important. And if you're not fortunate enough to be able to experience both sides of that, that's the part that's unfortunate.
Man, I disagree.
Yeah.
With just an opinion-based observation
Talk your shit.
Of how this world is so fucked up is because
first and foremost, what do you exactly disagree with?
I disagree that women are more important than men as fathers.
Is that what you said?
That's not what I said.
That's what I'm saying now. You said
not what he said, though.
He didn't.
Hold up, so you creating scenarios
I'm thinking men. I'm thinking men. No, I'm thinking men. I'm thinking men are more important. I'm thinking men are more important. I'm thinking the father is more important than the woman.
You sounded like political P right now.
I'm thinking men are more important than females. How many
So how
women
about-
are getting?
Let's
How
let
many?
him expound on
How
this. I
many
wanna hear it.
women? How many courts? Because it's been proven in fact that women are given the advantage during birthing. Child negotiations in courts, and you know, they're giving like, here, I'm gonna smack the father with this.
So what was your initial point? You said that men are more important.
I'm thinking fathers.
What does
I
child
ain't gonna
support
say
have to do
men.
with-
I'm talking about fathers.
So look,
good fathers are more important than good, because a good father.
Pete, 1 second. So let's do this. The topic is good fathers are more important than what?
Good mothers.
So expound on why that's your point.
Because I feel this is all opinion based. Good mothers are gonna teach love and teach certain things and teach certain aspects that men can do. But one thing men can do way better than women can't do is teach people and kids how to be logical and to attack the world and not a fantasy-based reality, because sometimes females live in a fantasy-based reality because the way that
They are emotional as fuck.
they're raised on a fantasy-based reality in some aspects, and that's not their problem. There's some females that are default different, that have masculine tendencies.
Yeah.
But in the reality, if you don't have a masculine type of reality, you are not gonna survive in the world.
Well, Pete,
just
like,
hold on.
Let our guests
Do you feel like because when fathers, you know what I'm saying, disband all their duties and not hold up to their fatherly duties and all that, do you feel like women, when they don't hold up to their motherly side of things, should be held in the same aspect or in the same category or higher than, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a very good comparison.
You see what I'm saying?
Very good
The father should
comparison.
be held in a higher regard because you said they're more important. But what I would say,
What I think Merce is saying is that, like, when the ladies slack the way that a lot of fathers slack, should they be held to the same accountability?
They should.
Yeah, they should.
They should.
According to Pete,
Because you're a mother.
man should be held higher.
Because you actually gave birth to that. Yeah.
I would say though, Pete, about the logic. Yeah, you need logic, but if you're super logical with no emotion, you're just a fucking robot.
No, but men can teach love. It's not women's like this. It's not just a women's nature to have love. We have love too.
We are nurturing too.
We have that capability, man.
Yeah.
We love. That's why Why do you think all females come to their dads more than they? You know what I'm saying? We are.
Reason all boys go to their moms.
Because we go to the
All I know is
opposite.
All I know is I know a lady that raised 5 men to be men with no help. So I'm not saying that your point is mute.
She may have put a little too much gangster sauce.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that your point is mute. I'm saying that right now, in my opinion, you're just not hearing what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because a man is just as important as a woman. And that's just ended.
Yeah.
That's the end of the day. Because you can't say a man is more important because the things that the man has to offer is just as important as the other side of the woman has to offer. That's why a man and a woman
agree. I
is
just wanted to
balanced.
start some shit.
Nah, I think it's a tough debate, man, because
I just wanted to start some shit, but you know what I mean?
If you have the option of being raised by a female,
PPP,
that's creatine, P.
Yeah, nigga, I drank this. At least 16 cups.
Think about this though. If you have the option of being raised by a strong female, or the option of being raised by a strong male, I think the question is, which one, if you had the option to pick, would you pick? I think I would pick the strong male.
As a man, you have to pick
As a man?
You have to pick a man.
I mean,
You
no, you don't have to. That's
you don't have to.
your choice.
Yeah.
As
I'm
a
saying,
man,
my opinion. That's my
As
opinion.
a child, I would say mother.
I would say male, because if you're raised by a nurturing male like I was when my kids were little, it's not like they I couldn't provide everything a mother could provide, but I loved them, I kissed them, told them I loved them, colored with them, laughed with them, cried with them, I even taught them how to play sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not saying the female has less value. I'm just saying this is what I was able to offer as my kids were little.
I can do the same thing.
And I don't know if a female could offer the same things that I did, because I also taught my kids how to work out, be tough, don't take no shit, and how to hustle like a motherfucker.
100% with what you said. So my answer isn't based on who I think the better parent would be.
Yeah.
My answer is strictly based on I feel like I can get away with more shit and I have less to fear if I'm living with my mom. You know
you can get away with more.
Talk about that. Though. What do you mean, though? I don't
like you're not gonna get away with shit with your pops.
Not at all.
You're just gonna bust your ass. Mama's gonna be a little bit more lenient.
Yeah.
Trick mom a little bit easier. Dad's been through the ringer. He knows the game.
Yeah.
He knows what you're gonna try to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like just like living with your mom, you can get away with
just like you said. You said specifically that you would run. You would run, and you know what I mean. What did he say? He said he would run from his mom and do this and do that, but he wouldn't base up or say nothing to his pops because he was scared. I think like I said, it's always going to be opinionated and it's always going to be opinion based. But at the end of the day, there's no way that you could convince me, the son of a stepdad and the son of a stepmom, obviously the son of a man and a woman, so I'm able to see every single role raised in my life. And every single one of my 4 parents taught me something different. You know what I'm saying? So my dad was my dad, but my stepdad, he was my dad too. And they were 2 different types of men, but they still were men, and they still taught me 2 different sets of way of being a man. My mom and my stepmom, one black, one white, you know what I mean, from 2 different spectrums of the world, but my stepmom gave me these aspects of life, and my mom gave me these aspects of life, making me a more well-rounded person.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro, nigga. It's 10 o'clock, bro.
Oh, yeah, we out. Episode 94?
My phone dead as shit.
94?
Y'all some non-phone charging ass niggas.
We out, man.
I was at practice.
You're not gonna wait till Cat come back?
left
Nah, we out.
at 2.
Peace.
Gonna drop me off?
Yeah,
I still gotta go to
I
the
left
I gotta work tomorrow.
I gotta work in the morning too. I'm about to go smoke a blunt.
I'm on
Podcast connect, intellect, intersect. Brothers on the rise, no lies, just respect. Health, wealth, religion, truth gotta inspect. Mindful exchange on deck, we perfect.